glittering casinos to the desert sun. We're making magic with the things we've done. Laser engraving, resin gray, laser engraving, carving the way. Resin painting our own, painting our own clay. Vegas nights, a 3D delight. We're pushing limits, reaching new heights. 3 HP in the city where dreams meet. Las Vegas, where creation is sweet. In the city where dreams come alive, Las Vegas lights shining so bright. We're getting high on technology, no surprise. 3D HP, we're taking flight. From the glittering casinos to the desert sun, we're making magic with the things we've done. Laser engraving, carving the way. Resin painting our own, painting our own clay. Vegas nights, a 3D delight. We're pushing limits, reaching new heights. 3 HP in the city where dreams meet. Las Vegas, where creation is sweet. From the glittering casinos to the desert sun, we're making magic with the things we've done. Laser engraving, resin gray, laser engraving, carving the way. Resin painting our own, painting our own clay. Vegas nights, a 3D delight. We're pushing limits, reaching new heights. 3 HP in the city where dreams meet. Las Vegas, where creation is sweet. In the city where dreams come alive, Las Vegas lights shining so bright. We're getting high on technology, no surprise. 3D HP, we're taking flight. From the glittering casinos to the desert sun, we're making magic with the things we've done. Laser engraving, carving the way. Resin painting our own, painting our own clay. Vegas nights, a 3D delight. We're pushing limits, reaching new heights. 3 HP in the city where dreams meet. Las Vegas, where creation is sweet. From the glittering casinos to the desert sun, we're making magic with the things we've done. Laser engraving, resin.
Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome on YouTube. Welcome on Twitch. How is everybody doing? Hope everybody went out and spent all your money on Amazon Prime Day. I got my SVO8. I've got it put together and I'm working on the first video. And
I'm
yes,
somebody else's money on Amazon. That's what I'm doing.
Big and Bad Joe. Yes, I've had an Amazon affiliate link for 3 or 4 years now. Whenever I review something, I always have an affiliate link below the video. But on my Facebook group, I have a main link, and it's also underneath all my videos. where you click on the link to go to Amazon, and anything you buy anywhere on Amazon, toilet paper, toothpaste, printers, anything, I get a small commission for qualifying purchases. So yeah, sometimes people use it every 2 or 3 months. Amazon will give me a gift card for 20 or 30 bucks every couple months. But yeah, Kenny said he just dropped $4,000. I'm like, wow, dude, I sure hope you
No. 4 figures, which means 1000. That's 4 figures. Hell no, I wouldn't have spent 4,000 on Prime Days.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Tom Llama popping in. Tom, what's going on, buddy?
What's up? Can you hear me? Is everything working?
Yes, sir. How you doing? How you been?
Oh, yeah. Hang on. Make that go away. There we go.
Hello, everybody in chat. How are you doing? Hello from Hawaii. Dreams Void. Delos Logos 3D Printing. Channel member Kenny Sims. Montana Maker. Blasto. Guys Jedi. And Sergio HVAC. Hello. So it's been a while, Tom. What's new with you? How you been?
I am using a very old new Mac. I bought a couple of them for $100.
Oh, cool.
And they're really, really nice. There's the other one.
All right. Oh, wow.
They're big,
never had a Mac.
Well, I wanted the big screen for my CNC. I'm going to use them for the CNC.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy had 2 of them, and one of them didn't really work right. So he gave them both to me for $100. So I took them and I did some Apple magic on them, and they both worked just fine. So I'm testing to make sure, and a friend of mine's going to take one of them, and I'm going to keep one of them and put it on my CNC.
Oh, cool. Nice.
I've had a Hackintosh.
Yeah, I basically have to turn this into a Hackintosh because it's so old it won't run anything. I literally couldn't get in here on Safari because Safari's so old and you can't update this thing anymore that I had to go in and get Firefox, but Firefox wouldn't run. So I had to get Firefox, whatever they call it, an extended service app, which is like a really, really old version of Firefox to get it to work.
That back when I was Hackintoshing was about 2010, because I worked for Clearwire.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I did that with the Hackintosh is so I knew something about it when I got those kind of calls with Clearwire, because 4G, when 4G first came out, Clearwire was number 1. Yeah, where's Clearwire now? Gone.
Yeah, this is all the built-in everything though. This is the built-in. It's got the built-in computer or camera and the built-in mic, and
plus I don't do towers anymore. I'm tired of moving them around.
I'm just using this for my CNC. This is going to get mounted somewhere, and that's that.
Yeah, I'm a laptop guy now. I
can't stand it. I'm getting rid of the laptop. It's driving me nuts.
I thought about building a tower for the shed, just as my last true build, but I don't know. I would spend
There's
too much.
goopies up here. It's going to get goopy funny. The guy had he taped over the camera because he didn't want it going all the time.
Okay. Yeah. I was wondering why it looked a little bit. It was a little bit cloudy. I don't want to say nothing.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be cloudy anyways because it's like an old. I don't know. I doubt it's
better.
HD.
Yeah, it is looking better.
Wax on, wax off.
Oh yeah, that's much better.
A lot better.
I probably need to do that more often. Because when this shit starts wearing off, I am screwed.
It is a 2010.
Yeah, my shots.
It is the first ever Intel, or not first ever Intel. It's the first ever Intel. It wasn't a dual quad or whatever. It's actually an i7, which is why I bought it. But it's a 2010, so it's 14 years old. They both are. They're matching. They were bought for the guy just retired from a advertising corporation that he had.
Hobby Main, thank you for resubscribing on Twitch. I really appreciate that. How many people in chat have an SV08 currently in front of them? Just curious. because I got mine. And thank you for all the donations, everybody that donated to me and allowed me to buy it. I'm still working on the first video. What do I think of it? My initial impressions is I love how it's built. It's very well constructed. My filament runout sensor was dead on arrival. They're mailing me a new one because when I tried to do the first couple test prints, it kept pausing. And anyway, and it has an optical sensor. I took it apart, but they're sending me one. I'm having trouble getting my prints. I'm having trouble getting prints on it at the moment. I got it connected to Wi-Fi. I had to hardwire it and watch Rortek's video. And Jason, the 3D tech guy here in Vegas, helped me go through some of it. And I got it connected to Wi-Fi with Clipper. And basically, it's just trying to get some prints. You got to use Orca with it. Orca, Sobol released 4 profiles for different types of filament in Orca. Polymaker does not have any profiles for Orca. And I don't know if anybody's going to create any for it. It won't connect to Bamboo Studio since that printer is not in there. But I'm having trouble getting good prints out of it. So that's where I'm at. I'm just trying to work out the bugs and have something to show, because right now I've only got 2 benchies and 2 fails for my first video. So as soon as I can figure out what's going on and I can print something decent, that'll be awesome for the first video. But is this a printer, in my opinion, for somebody new to 3D printing? No, definitely not. At the moment, it's for somebody that wants to tinker on it and try to get the profiles, getting it working right. But I got a fan that Tor recommended I see here in chat from TH3D. It's a 40 millimeter, exactly like the one that's in it. And there's no cutting involved. You simply take off the bottom panel, plug in the new fan, put in 2 screws. It's much quieter than the original fan. It's currently running behind me, and you can't hear any kind of a whine. It's a lot quieter than the stock fan. And like I say, it takes 2 seconds to put it in. Uh-oh, we lost Tom. So.
By the way, that's 24 watt. 24. Is that a 24 or 12? I forget.
24 volt, heats up really super fast. The nozzle's really fast. The bed heats up really super fast. But I'm still trying to get some good prints out of it. So anyway.
Yeah, I'm trying.
But overall, I like it. It's just I need to get some good prints out of it. So,
you will.
And
You will.
I did my first temp tower today. I've never ever done a temp tower before. Orca Slicer has it built in. I've done a temp tower. The very top layer is all stringy. That's kind of how that came out. So then I tried to print right after it a little Eiffel Tower, printing at 210 with some black filament from TH3D, because that was the best layer that I had on the temp tower, was 210, 215. And yeah, I couldn't even get the 4 legs done before it started stringing. So just trying to figure out why and work the bugs out of it and try to find some profiles. And I've been looking on Sobol. I've looked on Discord, here, there, and everywhere. Here's Tom coming back in. There you are. We lost you.
Yeah, StreamYards is making me sign in. It blacked out my screen until I signed in for some reason.
Yeah, AC bed on it. Yeah, underneath the bottom when I took it off, a couple things I noticed right away. The clear acrylic they had covering up the power supply is now black. Where it had the L-shaped piece of metal that Nero was talking about, they need to put something on that just in case you don't ever rub a wire. They got 2 clear plastic, real thick pieces of plastic to cover those 2 edges. What else? Something else for them, so I don't remember what it was. It'll be in the first video when I get it out. I'm currently editing it, and I'm still got to get some good prints coming off of it, and then I can finish up the video. It's just been driving me nuts. I'm trying to find some good profiles. So that's kind of where I'm at on that.
Flash Forge.
What's that?
I've been thinking about getting one of those new Flash Forges. They're cheap. A few people I know that got them have said it's just freaking amazing. It's almost as good as like a Bamboo without the Bamboo price tag and without the Bamboo BS. You don't have to do the whole sign into Bamboo's freaking network and all that crap, which I'm big time against. And they're like, it's just as fast.
To answer your question, I covered up my window to my shed, and it's just a wider view. The toolbox has been here for a few months. I opened up the camera angle.
Take care, sir, Joe.
I covered the window. That's what that window is back there.
All right.
That's probably better too, huh?
Where are you at now? Are you in your garage, Tom, or is that a room in the house?
I'm in the basement.
Okay.
I'm resetting up the apartment because here's the big news. I'm getting major shoulder surgery on the 6th of August.
Oh, wow.
And I think I'm going to stay down here after for at least a couple of weeks. This is basically like, as you can see, it's like a mini apartment down here.
Yeah.
That
bathroom down here and everything, and then I don't have to go up and downstairs. I don't have to do anything. I'm still gonna have to go upstairs once in a while just because I still gotta feed mom and everything. But
that date has haunted me all my life.
What date?
August 6th. It was the year back in '68 that my mom remarried the asshole. August 6th. And then in 2000, we lost her 2 days before their anniversary on August 4th in 2000. But yeah, August 6th, man, that drilled into me. And shit keeps popping up around that date.
Mm-hmm.
But sorry to hear that. My brother-in-law just went through that. Shoulder, knee, back.
Yeah.
He's Iron Man. He's even got a pump under his chest for pain.
My doctor originally scheduled it for the 13th, and then he called and said you need to do it earlier, and he pushed everything and he reset everything. And I got like 3 doctor's appointments because he wants to get it done. Because come to find out, not only did it separate, I pulled it like halfway down my arm. I literally severed the tendon, and now it's like down here instead of up here. And he's like, I want to get you in as fast as I can. So if I can stretch it back up, you're not working it. Because he's like, you're moving, and every time you move, it pulls it farther down your arm.
That sounds painful.
I don't know why
it isn't. It's really
I don't know why my camera does that. Hello, Matt.
Hey, everyone. Sorry I'm late. I was just eating.
What's up with that funky 60s porn mustache? I don't remember you having that porno mustache.
I just got lady shaving.
That's a porno mustache. I used to have one of those before I screwed up my lip mountain bike.
Not until.
Shaving sucks.
Hey, Jack, how you doing?
My lip off.
Shaving's for quitters.
Yeah, Jack, that's on my new printer. That's the way I'm trying to get it to print properly.
Not shaving's for quitters.
I'm laughing because that doesn't make sense.
Hello, Jim. How you doing, buddy?
Shaving.
Yeah, quit shaving, quitter.
No, quit going out
I
your
like
hair.
shaving, but
you quit.
razors are so expensive now. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do. That's why I shave once a week, and that's it.
Hey, I shave like every 2 months.
Why animal?
And I don't care what anyone says. Those dollar shave club razors are freaking garbage.
I like my shit.
If you have peach fuzz, they're okay. If you got real hair, they do more pulling than they do cutting.
Yeah, I waited almost all week to shave, and when I was sitting there, when I started to scream, I was real scraggly. So right before the scream, went and got my electric razor, and I waited too long, so it hurt on the whole thing. Sitting there scrubbing my face with the pulling hair, and anyway, my goatee was getting too bushy yesterday, so I grabbed the trimmers and I always trim it real short. And then my nose gets in the way, so then I got to take the electric razor, pop up the little trimmer thing, and then thin it out where my nose is in the way. I'm using the big one.
Hey, not only 3D printing we learn here, we also learn grooming. Like
Kilroy.
Hey, let's go the whole Monty.
No,
okay?
No.
Yeah,
Tuesday night. No, it's not
I
that
don't want to hear about anything below your waist.
It's not that bad. Okay, I'm talking about a commercial on TV. Okay, Tuesday night we're watching TV. Me and my wife. All of a sudden, what do we see? A shaver for a guy's down there.
Yeah, no.
Dinner hour, and it's a shaver for a guy's down there.
Okay.
Keep them nice and clean looking for your ladies. And I'm like, and we're both looking at each other, going, "We just seen this for dinner hour, and it was a shaver for a guy's down there."
Yeah,
trimmer.
Don't need to talk about it. That's as bad as they got the new ad.
It was a commercial, so they obviously talk about it.
There's a new commercial for the. I don't stink just under my armpits. It's everywhere. And they're showing all the girls like close ups of their waistbands.
Okay.
I need to see this on a television ad.
Back.
Let's talk about 3D printing and resin and CNC and
Yeah, let's do
laser.
like 3D printing. How about that?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
anything else.
Yeah, who's made a dildo with their print? No.
Man, no.
You got me started.
What's up, Kilroy's?
Anyways,
Anyway. So, yep.
How's the cutting board business coming along?
It's not because I shut everything down because I'm getting shoulder surgery, so I haven't been doing anything.
Okay.
I actually have a
Gets
few
better.
that I got to put up. I think I'm gonna, because I got a couple more weeks. I think I'm gonna make a couple, 3 more things.
Hey, Red Light.
Fill up my store, because that's one thing I will be able to do is sit at the freaking computer, even though I'm going to be one-handed typing. That's kind of what I do anyways, because I can't type worth crap. And that way I can at least, I don't know, I haven't been pushing it. But if I do some, maybe I can sell some while I'm semi-crippled. Because I'm sure I can box them up and seal them up and send them off even with one hand. We'll see.
okay,
What's up,
I am
Randy?
I'm not signed in out here on Amazon. That bothers me. Because I'm waiting for my SVO8. So I might have to go find my password out there because I know it's something different. And I'll come back. So because I know she's at the market right now is my point.
There's
And I
my
want it-
Amazon affiliate link for the whole site here in the USA. That one right
I
there.
just want your Amazon password, Jerry. That's all I want.
Hey,
Well,
on
you feel
Prime
it,
Days,
though.
I was asking for on Prime Days. I wasn't asking for Prime links. I was asking for credit card numbers, but nobody wanted to give me one.
Whatever. You know, any way I can buy stuff on your name and have it sent to me.
Yeah, speaking of credit
You can pay
cards,
for it.
there's actually a video out now, and I think Patrick's going to make one eventually too, where you can actually take the chip out and make yourself a custom, your card, make a custom card with your laser. And that looks interesting, where you take the chip out, put it in the new one, and it's all cool and looking. So I'm going to try it because I got enough cards. I got a dummy I can try.
Sure.
Yeah,
That's not a real card. That's a fake card, and you're a scammer, and you're thrown in jail for your real credit card.
It's a real
my
card.
poly dryer showed up too. I got my poly dryer and the 2 extra boxes. So once I get the video done, the first video for the SVO8, then I'll start working on the Polymaker dry box video.
Cool. Yeah, I've been doing a lot. Well, not 3D printing, just doing stuff on the computer and all that, and yeah, nothing really exciting to tell,
I got to decide which one of these 2 I want to keep.
Well, turn them both on at the same time. Go to one, do some stuff. Go to the other. See what
They're
you like.
exactly the same. This one was glitching out originally, which is why I'm playing with it today. When I bought it from the guy, it would turn on, everything would work, and all of a sudden the screen would go weird.
Is the computer built into the screen?
Yeah, it's an iMac.
Okay.
It's an all-in-one everything.
Then you just have a keyboard and mouse that's separate, right? Wireless?
Yep.
Okay.
We're wired. Right now I'm using a wired keyboard just because it's easier at the moment. But it came with them too. Came with a mouse, freaking keyboard, Apple's fancy wireless keyboard, which I'm keeping no matter what. Their stupid mouse. I hate this freaking mouse.
Oh yeah, the Prime Day they had for 2 days. When I was up late that night at like 1 o'clock in the morning after the Prime days had ended, I got a gift card from Amazon for $57, but Prime was already over, so there's nothing I could go spend it on. I mean, I did wind up buying some things, but they weren't on sale.
$57 is $57, no matter what you spend it on. It's $57 more than what you had before.
Yeah, but underneath my videos on my Facebook group, people randomly use my links occasionally.
It is nice to be able to use it on. I bought a couple things. I bought another pair of speakers because I got those Edifier Bluetooth speakers out in the garage. And then I bought another set for freaking my computer upstairs, and they were on sale for under $100. So I bought another set for this computer. Whichever one.
No, I'm sorry that I'm not very talkative because I'm very tired.
So go to bed, dumbass.
Yeah, I know, but
Go to bed.
mm,
Go to bed.
yeah, I do want to go to bed, but if I go to bed, I might only sleep for like 15 minutes, half an hour.
What time is it there, Matt? 11 o'clock?
No, it's 8:20.
Okay. Yeah, I was watching Cobra Kai on Netflix. They got another season out. Karate Kid Saga.
Yeah. I want to see the new movie, not movie, the series, the second series of Fallout. That look pretty funny and interesting. Some
They're
parts are
talking
just
about releasing
gruesome.
that soon,
Mm,
like September, October.
mm,
Squid Games, that'll be good. They're coming out maybe in December. Another season of that. But not the game show version, the other version where, people get splattered in it. That one.
Shouldn't scrap it at Red Light. You should sell it. Macs are always worth more, even used. People are dumb. He had these freaking listed at like $700 a piece. I got it for $100 for two of them. They ain't worth it, man.
But you know what? People are also strange when you're a stranger.
Yeah.
mm. That's why you get to know them. Why you think I'm here talking to you guys? You were a stranger like 3 years ago when I first came.
Matt, that was a line from the Doors.
Oh.
Wonder how hard it would be to put an SSD in this thing.
Red Light's got a
Thank
message
you.
for you there, Tom.
That's fine. You can send it to me. If it don't work, I'll scrap it. I used to pull apart freaking. Dude, you guys will get a kick out of this. Way back with the old iPods, you used to be able to get an iPod mini, the smallest one with the screen, and it had a 4 gigabyte Hitachi hard drive in it. You could buy the iPod for like $99. You could buy the hard drive for $130. So me and a friend of mine used to buy like 10 or 15 iPods, cut them open, pull the hard drive out, and sell the hard drive on eBay.
I have one on my truck.
Was.
I currently have one on my truck hooked to my stereo with 100 million songs on it, but it's in my hump and it gets hot in Vegas. So years ago, when I tried to turn it back on, the screen was black. So I can't see any of the music on it. I don't even know if it still works, but it's still plugged into my hump, center console underneath all my debris, because that's like a junk drawer. The hump in my truck is a junk drawer. There's anything and everything in there, and I clean it out occasionally.
The same way.
The hump in my truck, huh? Okay.
Yeah. The glove compartment, that's not a glove compartment.
Your right elbow goes on it, that thing. You lift it up, it'll
the armrest compartment.
Yeah.
We call them humps too.
Yeah, they got all kinds of anything and everything in them.
It's a junk drawer.
Or if I got some papers or garbage in my truck, I might throw it in there. And then at some point, 6 months later, I get a Walmart grocery bag and I clean it out, get all the junk out of it.
I use my old iPhone now with my iPad. I have an iPhone 5 still. That's all I use it for is an iPod.
Can a laser cut thin glass? I don't think a laser can cut glass. I don't think.
A laser can cut glass.
Not what I have. I don't know. I've never tried on any of my lasers.
I don't know all the different lasers, but I know there are lasers that can cut glass. You have to paint it black or some crap first.
Yeah.
Well, I can etch glass, but I've never tried to get it hot enough to cut glass.
I mean, if you want to cut glass, it's just easier just to use a glass cutter.
Yeah.
Faster.
Well, it depends if you want to do like fancy patterns and stuff.
Or a circle.
Yeah,
or
but engraving, I imagine so,
Well, yeah, I can engrave glass from what I have, but I've never tried cutting.
Yeah, I wouldn't try cutting. I mean, that's just a waste.
CO2 can cut glass with no paint.
All
right.
Yeah,
I've got an RF laser cutting in the next couple of weeks. It's in California at the port of LA. I don't know when it's getting delivered, but it came like a week and a half ago. And that's a 40-watt RF, which is radio frequency. It's not a CO tube. It's a metal tube. It's got fans to cool it, not water. So then it's equal to like an 80-watt CO2. And that will be coming. Hopefully I get an email soon when it's getting delivered. Weighs about 130 pounds. I'll get somebody to help me pick it up and set it on the table. I don't know if I can lift it. It's going to be too bulky for me to lift myself.
Son of a bitch, man.
Oh boy, when are my ball screws going to show up? Gosh darn it!
Yes.
Oh, you're CNC. What happened? One of them. What happened to it?
I'm going to convert it to ball screws and.
Oh, it's got lead screws on it.
Yeah, it's got lead screws on it, and they're flat, 4.5, 5 foot long, 8 millimeter lead screws. They do a lot of this.
Okay.
It's actually pretty accurate. I've measured it, and it's like
Dave Gatton. Hello. How you doing?
Still accuracy, but one of them's getting kind of worn out, and it's basically a 3D printer that has the router attached to it. So it's got the wheels and everything, and they're just, it's 3 years old. They're getting worn out. So Vivor or whatever, I have a thing with them that they help me out. I help them out kind of thing.
Dave Gatton is in chat. He's got a big CNC channel on YouTube, guys. Dave Gatton CNC. If you'd like to go check him out and subscribe. Subscribing is free, and he would really appreciate it. He has a lot of great content.
Anyway, Vivor had a sale where you got the 12 millimeter ball screw, 1,500 millimeters long, with two 1,500 millimeter long linear rails with two mounts on each rail. So it's 4 mounting carts, 2 rails, and the lead screw for $90. Shipped. I was like, yeah. So I got them. Well, they didn't mill the end of them, the ones they sent me. So I can't mount them because there's no bear. They set the bearings, all the mounts, everything comes with it. It's an amazing kit. They never milled it to their own freaking bearings.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, maybe that's why it was so cheap. And then I looked at the pictures and everything, and it's like, it's milled. And they're like, no, you're right. That's the one thing I've got to say. Vivor is good at, they're slow at servicing and warranting, but they always will, if that makes sense. It just takes forever. It's been like a month going back and forth. And they're like, yeah, we'll send them to you. It's just now you got to wait like 90 days before you get them because they're coming from
Where are they based out of?
Vivor. It's a China. It's like Banggood or Temu, or they sell everything. I mean everything. They sell like restaurant supplies to water pumps to home networking. It's just a junk store. They sell everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally mean everything. They have their own 3D printer, a Vivor 3D printer. I would never buy it. I mean, it's a hack of an Ender 3, but
yeah,
I mean, it just go look. You'll be amazed. They have everything.
Kind of like Amazon.
Yeah, but it's more like Banggood or Temu.
Yeah,
more like
I don't do Temu.
Better prices.
Yeah, well, it's direct from China.
No,
It's like Temu. They do have a U.S. warehouse in California, which is supposedly where these are coming from. But
I buy enough crap from China. The printers are printers and lasers. It's where I try to draw the line.
Everything we have in our house is almost everything.
I know.
And if it didn't, if it says USA on it, open it up, take it apart, and somewhere inside it says China. Probably not everything.
Or Taiwan.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Taiwan's the new Japan.
Yeah.
That I don't have no problem with. They're not communist.
And my favorite motorcycle of all time, other than a Harley, is a Yamaha. Had a lot of good luck with Yamahas my whole life. But since I retired, I'm not ever going to ride a bike again because somebody will run me over, and then I won't be doing my live streams. Because that's the way it is.
I'm a crazy, stupid motherfucker. And every time I had a motorcycle for a whole weekend. I bought a Harley. And every time I got on it, I'd be like, oh, I'll be calm. And I get on the highway. Next thing you know, I'm doing 130, 140 miles an hour, not even thinking about it. It's like, no, I can't do this. I'm going to die. So I sold it 2 days later again. Actually, I just basically gave it back to the guy I bought it from.
In the house, Jack, you got your shop full. You know, clear out a room in your house.
Yeah, fastest I ever gone was 120 on the Long Beach Freeway in my road runner. My 69 road runner, 120. Passing a CHP cop, and the cop just dips back and like, I ain't screwing with that. I had a buddy, I wanted to show him how fast my car would go.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even topped out.
That's great. That's great until you blow a front tire and you roll it.
Huh?
That's great until you blow a front tire and then you run off the road and roll it.
Yeah.
Dude, that's when I was in the, 18?
Yeah.
So.
You're invincible at 18. I know.
Been there, done that. Still recovering 30, 40 years later.
Nice.
I used to drag race. There used to be a drag race down Colchester drag race, 20 miles away.
Yeah, we street raced, but we street raced in
This
industrial.
is a street. This is an actual registered NHRA drag.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, back in the 70s, before, you didn't hook up your laptop to a car.
No.
We still had points back in the day.
Yeah.
So
So one thing I did do is get rid of the points on my Camaro.
Anyways, that was an industrial park that we raced in, and the cops knew we were there, and then didn't mess with us because we're in an industrial park on a Saturday night.
That's just it. It's like we bitch about these kids that are taking over streets and everything, and I get it. They shouldn't be doing that, but
not in the neighborhood. No, an industrial park on a weekend where there's nobody around. That's fine.
Yeah, especially like we used to have like. Let's say Walmart. It wasn't Walmart. I think Caldors used to do it back when. I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember Caldors. Caldors used to let you after hours and on certain hours of the weekends go out in your car and do donuts in their parking lot. They didn't care, and they'd actually have a cop there and let you do it. Well, that's how you learn how to drive back in my day. You didn't like.
I learned how to drive behind a grocery store.
Yeah, exactly. Caldors was a Walmart back in the day.
Yeah,
it was a New England-y kind of East Coast.
I had a buddy from church teach me how to drive behind a grocery store. I mean, it was a big lot back there.
I actually learned how to drive on my driveway. I have a half-mile-long driveway, so my father bought us a Subaru back in the 70s and said, "Here's the keys. Don't ever leave the driveway."
And then I'd always grab my mom's keys and drive her nuts, go back and forth in the driveway. I want to go back and forth. Then I blew her mind trying to pull out of the driveway one time. Like, I want to go a little further. But that was before I even had my learned permit.
Yeah, when I was 16, I had my dad buy me a VW Bug. Needed a lot of work, and he gave me the keys. Went in, watched TV, said, "Here it is in the driveway. Go figure it out." So I went and figured out how to drive it. And pretty much if you've ever seen anybody drive a stick, you can just look at it and pick it up that quick.
Yeah, stick's nothing.
It's not. It's not the hardest part of driving a stick. There's actually two things that are hard: figuring out when a particular car is best to shift. When blah blah blah. But that's kind of
that's all listening.
Yeah, and hill starting is the only thing it took me a little bit to learn.
But then the Roadrunner had a really, really nice top end. I mean, expensive tack. Because I bought that car already, hopped up. It wasn't stock. I bought it like that, and it had a really nice tack. So I had the tack plus, sound.
In 10th grade, I was driving the Volkswagen across town, and my clutch cable broke. So then I had to instantly figure out how to drive home without a clutch, which you can shift up, but you can't shift down. You got to get to a stoplight, turn it off, get it going, and then you can shift up. Anyway, it's not a big deal.
Hey, we're talking about boats earlier before the meeting. I didn't get to tell you this, but I think it was in Huntington Beach. We're coming back in to the marina. Want some, do some DC fishing out the coast. And I worked for a machine shop guy at the time. I was his runner, basically, just a grunt. But he'd also take me out boating with my friends on his boat. So anyways, I'm up on the bow when I was younger and in shape, good looking. Well, I'm still good looking, but anyways, He lost the cable on his control, on his throttle. The little solder thing on the end of a cable popped off, and I'm on the top on the front of this boat, and I'm watching that, the thing come closer and closer to my ass, like, and there was all I could do was duck and go underneath that thing, the walk, for the marina, in other words, he hit it. He screwed up his boat. He hit it.
Cool.
Oh, and then I had to retrieve his wife's baby bottle right next to the Queen Mary. The crazy little witch somehow, got the bottle thrown overboard, so I had to jump in the water, get the baby bottle, and there's the Queen Mary right there. The good old days.
Yeah, I've been on the Queen Mary, on the boat in Los Angeles,
Yeah.
Long Beach. Yeah, it's an alright ship. I mean,
USS Medway was cool to tour in San Diego.
There goes again, man. I'm getting a
When
damn alpha.
when I was in Hawaii in 1986, I think it was, we went to Pearl Harbor and saw a couple of the ships, what were sunk, and we, I think there was another ship there, what was like a museum. I'm not sure about that, but it was a long time ago, Lily, quit it. No.
All right.
Anybody else in the chat have anything you'd like to talk about, or you'd like to pop in on camera? If I know who you are, you're welcome to come in on camera and talk about what you're working on. Promote anything that you're working on that's hobby related, what we usually talk about.
Yeah, I'm having a problem with Amazon loading out here. Don't want to keep an eye on my delivery.
Tom, you want to share the link to your cutting board site, or you got it temporarily shut down?
No, it's up.
Put it in private chat, and I'll share it out if you like.
Tom, you were in the military?
I haven't even looked at it in like months.
Oh.
About a month.
Matt asked Tom, were you in the military, Tom?
Was I military? No. Pretty much everyone else in my family was. I tried. They wouldn't take me because I wouldn't pass the metal detector test. I think I'm kidding you. I could not pass the metal detector test. I had too much metal in my body.
I got a steel plate and 8 screws in my right ankle from skydiving in '93.
I don't recall that test.
Snapped my leg.
You don't recall that test? It was at the door when you went to get your frickin' physical. If you walk through the door and the door lights up bright red and all the sirens go off, they turn you around and they hand you a bus ticket and they make you go home.
Huh.
They're like, first thing they do is ask is, do you have large items? Because it only detects large items of metal.
Of course, that was a few decades
I
ago.
literally, the physical, after I signed up, because I was going to be a nuclear engineer for the submarines. I was going to join the Navy. And I passed all the written tests and everything, like with flying colors. And I went down to New Haven, Connecticut for the physical on the bus, 100 other guys in the area. And,
I think for these type of situation, I think you have to be at least a certain amount of time in the Army or in the Navy before you get,
Thank you, Sergio.
Be an engineer like that, because that take a lot of training,
I already had all the training from regular schooling, but anyways, I walked through the door and the door lit up and they separated me from everyone else and made me walk through it again. They're like, "How much metal you got in you?" I said, "I got one in my right and my left leg." They're like, "Go home." Not only can you not be anywhere near a nuclear reactor, you can't be on a submarine.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
My sister, when because she's Navy, she was based, because she worked at the hospital up in Washington.
Oh no!
She actually got a tour of the submarines, of one of them.
They have
pause the print jack, change filament, and take the tangle out, refeed it, and resume.
That's what people do. I haven't done that in a long time. They have the actual Nautilus submarine, the first nuclear reactor submarine. It's stationed right here in New London. It's a museum now.
Take the spool off the spool holder and see if you can untangle it. Like pull out 10 foot of it and See if you can untangle it, whatever is tangled.
Yeah, she
Maybe.
was up a Bangor, Puget Sound. That was kind of a cool time up there. I got to be up there for a while. I got to see Bill Gates' place. Holy shit! Huge.
Okay.
If I was a multimillionaire, I would still I don't know if I'd stream online or not. I might. I'd randomly give people stuff. I would meet with people around the world or around the country or friends or whatever and buy them things they needed. Not give them cash, buy them the items they needed. That'd be cool.
Yeah, because you don't always get what you want, but you get what you need.
Yeah.
You know where that one came from.
It's better to want than have quite often. A lot of times there'll be things you always wanted. Once you buy it, a week later you're bored with it. Like, why did I do that? Or it's so.
Like what you're trying to talk me out before the meeting, the RV.
Yeah, Kenny's thinking about buying an RV, and I asked him, "Have you ever had a boat? Have you ever had a pool?" I was naming off different things that once you get it, you use it once in a blue moon, once a year, once every couple of years, then it gets set. So I personally would say don't buy an RV because they sit more than they're used typically. Maybe he'll be one of those people that travel the country and we don't see him online no more. But maybe not.
Oh, he's here.
Hey, you always can get, like what's this internet called again from?
Hello, Dan.
I know.
The satellite link. What's it called from Elon Musk? Starlink.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about a drivable. I'm talking about a
Hey, Maker
towable.
Viking.
Because I got a nice truck. I'm talking about a trailer.
I think the new ones, I think are actually mobile ones. The new ones, I think, are coming out. Maybe. I hope. So you can actually be on them. On like
I
mobile home.
got to qualify first, so we'll see what happens.
Well,
since I'm going to Utah in September, so I won't be here the weekend of the 21st. I won't be here because I'll be in Utah. But that's September, so a couple months.
I used to have a 50-foot fifth wheel on my property out in Front, Nevada. And the only reason it was there because I went out there on the weekends to work on my property. I built a huge garage on it on 2.5 acres. I no longer have it. I sold it. I decided I want to sell my place in Vegas and move out there. And that's about the time I met Brandy.
I don't know.
But Prump is an interesting town.
I think if I go somewhere like in America again and would live there, I would live. I don't know, really. I mean, I'm pretty much happy here in Britain, So.
Where the hell
I'd like to live somewhere that's green, pretty, lots of trees, but with that you have forest fires and lots of snow in the winter, and it's usually really humid.
Doesn't have that much of a problem.
Where Tom lives is real pretty, but in the wintertime he's got really severe bad weather. I don't know if you got tornadoes, but I don't know. I mean, Vegas is all dirt and it's hot, but we don't have to worry about forest fires and things like that, flooding.
America's
there's flooding here.
Not where I live at.
Well, no, not where you're at, but there's flooding.
Yeah.
Anyways,
if it floods where I lived in Las Vegas is under half-mile water, it'd be very deep.
Don't you remember Lake Charleston?
Yeah.
The
only thing what we have a lot of here is rain. Lots of rain.
I remember that's when I was living all over the place, and when I first got here. Good old Lake Charleston. We have an underpass in Charleston. If you ever come up to Vegas, when it rains, the underpass of the 15 freeway turns into a freaking lake.
Yeah, it's completely underwater. Thanks, Tom.
It's out for delivery, Jerry.
All right.
Yeah, I was able to finally pull it up. It's out for delivery, so it means I got to watch that like a hawk.
If anybody wants to buy a badass cutting board or different types of cutting boards, here's Tom Wallman's site. He's a man you see right there on screen. And there's a link to his site. Please go check it out. He's also on YouTube, and he does awesome with his cutting boards. Does great work.
Charcuterie boards.
Charcuterie boards.
You got one that says let's cook?
Let's cook, but I can make whatever you want.
You know who I'm talking about.
No.
Mm,
Our buddy.
Who?
I don't know.
yeah.
This guy.
Oh, Let's Cook, Walter White,
Yeah, let's
Breaking
cook.
Bad.
Oh, I never seen Breaking Bad. Believe it or not.
Oh, you gotta watch it, man.
Great series. I enjoyed
Great
it.
series.
Matter of fact, I think I joined. Which one is it? Netflix or something? Just to watch it, and I never got around to watching it.
You got
Hey, Daddy Wazzy.
Hey,
You know, that's
David.
funny. I wanted to make one of those shark charcuterie boards.
Hey, Guy the Jedi.
Shape it and cut it like a shark. It's a shark.
Hey,
Hey,
Sebastian.
Sebastian.
I think I should turn notifier on, stupid.
SPC 3D.
Oh,
Hello,
coming in now. Hey, good to see you all.
we currently have 28 people watching, 20 on YouTube, and 8 on Twitch.
Yeah, matter of fact, looking at my post for my delivery from Amazon for the SBO8, they're recommending the flash forward, like you mentioned, the flash forge. I was looking at that before I pulled the trigger on the SBO8. I was looking at that same flash forge you're talking about, and yes, that does look like a nice printer. But the thing I was wrestling with is so damn close to the same size as bamboo. You know, I said if it was bigger, if it was a 300 at least, I would have got it. You know, the flash forge.
I think some of these are gone. I haven't looked at this freaking website in like a month.
Yeah, and I've been going to certain websites. I've been mostly on different channels and all that, and communicating, and yeah.
Okay, now I gotta figure out.
I'm trying to find my app where I can zoom this camera that I'm using, where you can see me, so I can zoom my stuff in.
Oh, DeWitt Tim up in Canada sent me a remote control for my Osbot camera, the one I'm currently live streaming. I've got it frozen, but it will track and zoom and all that stuff. Well, with this remote, with a dongle you can plug into your computer, I can be in the back maybe filming a video, and I can use this camera to zoom in or, you know, whatever I needed to do with the remote. Pretty cool. So that's very nice of him to send that to me. And for those that are coming in late, I have my SVO8. Thank you to the community that donated to me and allowed me to buy that. I do have it. I'm working on my first video. It's a nice, very nice machine, very well built. I can't get a good print out of it though, but I'm trying to figure out the profiles on it, or I'm trying to work the bugs out of it and figure out. I got a couple benchies done on it, so I have to do some.
I'm looking at all my deliveries for freaking Amazon, and it says all your deliveries are delayed due to a technology outage.
Yeah, that was in the news.
Yeah, well, I know.
This is worldwide, you know that, right?
Because it was all it's Microsoft. You can,
Airlines.
They keep saying there was no hackery or anything, but I have a feeling it was like the Russians or the Chinese just testing out their, first attack system.
Yeah, build over bot. Out of the box, in my opinion, it should be like a bamboo. You build it, you plug it in, and you throw a print on it, and you're going to town having fun. You shouldn't have to tweak anything. But
how it's not a simulation?
Wow.
Time will tell. If somebody was to ever attack the U.S., the first thing they would do would be a cyber attack on anything and everything, power, water, whatever, and try to shut everything down and then do their dirty.
To me, it almost looked like a fire sale. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We shouldn't be relying on anything that dramatically on any one service or system.
Always priority is
the freaking
to be
world.
self-efficient.
It wasn't just the U.S.; it was worldwide.
Yeah.
Yeah,
failed update, CrowdStrike.
Come on.
I have my own opinion on this. I think certain countries are still analog based compared to us, like we're digital based.
Hey, Steven.
Because even the package store was screwed because they couldn't use their freaking credit card thing. They had to do cash sales only. Which luckily I actually had cash for the first time in a long time. I normally don't have cash when
I know.
I do anything. I actually had some because some people bought some.
You always have a backup for a backup. You know what I mean? And a
Yeah.
backup for the backup. And if you're really rich, you know, a backup for the backup, backup for the backup, backup for the backup. You know?
And there's the problem with modern technology.
No,
It does everything
no,
faster,
no.
and yet it takes you longer because you got to back everything up 8,000 times and 6 different ways. And
You don't have to.
set up.
I mean,
and
you can set up.
We should go
you can-
back to brick and paper and pencil. Screw these.
If you have Lily. Okay.
Computers are good for cat videos and dog videos. That's what the internet's for. Cat videos.
Does anybody have an SVO8 using Orchid Slicer with any Polymaker profiles that work very well for them, and they're willing to send me the file? I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah.
You want to share that, Kenny?
Yeah, just to show what's back there a little closer.
Okay.
Ooh, why does that look so blurry? On my screen, it looks clear.
It looks fine here, pretty much.
I like the rainbow vacuum hose attachment. That's
Yeah,
pretty
I
cool.
know. I'm probably gonna change that because yeah.
Right. I think it's awesome.
So,
And it's colorful.
that was a Polymaker spool. You know, I just broke it out. I wanted to see what it looked like. I mean, and then I basically that file right there, I had to add the size increaser, or not a reducer, because that's a 6-inch line, and that that's the 4-inch exhaust that Jerry gave me that he got from Patrick. So I had to alter it in 3D Builder to fit that hose. I love 3D Builder because it makes me feel like a designer where I know I'm not.
It's actually,
It's fun to play with though. 3D Builder, I mean, for what it is, it's pretty powerful.
yeah, no, 3D print builder is. I wish Apple had one that is good because that's one thing Microsoft's got Apple blown away on is that thing.
All right, so enough of that big stuff. But yeah, I just show what's there. But yeah, I cleaned off top of my tool chest, so closer to me, that's where my SVO8's going, is on this end, closer down to me. And I thought I'd put some of my 3D prints up there, but those are all 3 resin, of course.
I don't think that SVO8 is going to fit on top of that toolbox.
I measured it. It will.
Okay.
It will, he says. It will. In other words, if it doesn't, he's going to freaking make it.
No, I measured it. I've got a really nice tape measure. I measured it, and it will fit. So, anyways,
22 inches deep. 22 inches deep.
Yeah.
What I'm looking at there looks like you got 17 or 18 inches deep. That's my eyeballing it. What do you think, Tom?
I would say it's more than 18.
Come on, where are you? There you are, bitch.
Well, you always should put a piece of plywood on top of it too, if it needs to be bigger.
You said it's
plywood
what?
supplies making it look smaller.
You said it. What'd you say, Jerry?
22.
I'm at 21.5 to the edge.
Is that including the power strip that's butted on top of it or not?
That's back here.
Oh, I can't see that with your camera.
It's back. Yeah.
It shows the power strip.
Yeah, I see it on the wall.
It should fit. If not, like he says, you can put a piece of plywood on top and make up
Yeah,
that.
and then
measure twice, cut 3 times.
And
yeah, I just measure things a lot.
And this is flat. There's no lip on this on the front. It still will fit.
Yeah, I cut stuff all the time, and I measure it and I mark it, and then I cut the wrong side or something. Then it happens.
That kind of throws me because I did look up the footprint on it, so maybe that's just the rubber stains on the bottom of it. What I was looking, because it was less than that.
Scott, great video you did put out this morning. I haven't commented on it yet. I watched it on TV with the heat inserts. That was a good video.
Jerry, shrink me.
Exactly, Dream Void. Measure once, cut twice, re-glue, and cut it again. That's the way to do it. Actually, the best way to do it is not measure it at all, but use whatever you're going to fit it on for the measurement. So you put it down, mark it to whatever it is, and you're done. You don't have to worry about measures. You don't have to worry about tape measures. Use the item.
Let's see if I can go down.
I swear I lose even the conversation with my dog.
You,
I can go
you
down.
do what with your dog?
No, I said I lose the conversation with my dog, you know, because she keeps like begging me for food. I'm like, go bother, you know, the cat.
Yeah, when I get a minute, Scott, I'll share that out on all my socials. When I say that, I mean Facebook group, Facebook, my regular Facebook, and then Twitter.
You know what I'm glad I can say? No more LinkedIn.
I hate when you cut something that was the last piece of that material you had. Now you got to go buy more. That hasn't happened very often, but it has. I think it's happened.
Is my audio slipping away? Hello?
I can hear you.
That's maxing out on their meter, so
Always
it
hear
could be
you.
because I leaned back and got too far away, or I was mumbling. I do mumble.
Hey, I'm not Alf, I tell you that. Built over a bot. I don't eat cats.
Bananas.
Yeah. That's
I
a
like
China thing.
bananas.
Come on, man. Don't be.
So I learned a new thing today, or yesterday actually. Back in the day, when this is funny because we sold the property to my neighbor who I grew up with, and then he passed away, and now his daughter has the house. Anyway, she had a whole survey thing because they were fighting with the other neighbor over here about the boundaries because they were putting chicken coops in. And I don't know why they were fighting because they both want the chicken coop, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, they both pulled their little deeds and had it resurveyed and all that crap. But one of the surveys, as they were going back for our property, was a measurement of rods. It was 36 rods, 12 feet, 2 inches.
I don't know what rods means.
I don't either. Never heard of it before, but that was in the actual town thing. And it goes back, I mean, she pulled everything back like 150 years since it was documented.
Yeah, how long is a rod?
Bunch of them, up until like the early 1900s, they were all like based on rods, whatever that is.
Well, just like horses, hands. What's the hand? You know.
Hand.
I know.
A hand is supposed to be it's actually like 6.5 inches or something like that. I don't remember exactly. It's longer than that. 7, 8, I don't know.
Or a knot when you're in a boat.
Yeah.
What's it just say miles per hour? So anyways.
It's a knot was literally a knot in a rope. It was. That was how it was measured.
Yeah. Anyways.
So many yards, and then a knot, and then so many yards, and then a knot, and you were doing so many knots.
You know what I miss? I miss my peachy. When I went to school, we had what's called a peachy. We had little charts for all that shit on the inside of the peachy. Remember that peachy when you were younger?
Oh, somebody Googled it. Here we
go.
go.
I thought it was 5.6 yards.
Okay.
Okay, now look up this. Look up peachy. Peachy.
Peachy, okay.
You know what a peachy is?
You're peachy.
No. Use them in school. Nobody remembers peachy. God, I feel old.
No, I don't.
Wow. Did you ever put your grocery bag on your textbook?
Yeah.
See?
Why would I put a grocery bag on a textbook?
Your book cover.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm stuck on plastic bags in modern day terms. Yeah, I understand. Paper bags.
Paper bags, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you used to wrap the book in the book cover because if you damaged the book beyond a certain amount, they charged you for the book the next year.
Yeah.
So you always wrap.
Break out a pen and draw on the book cover.
Yeah, and I always used to use it so I could draw over it too because I could take
you're
notes
talking
on the cover of the book.
You're talking about peachy folders, Kenny? Okay, I'm old. It just popped into my head. Yellow peachy folder. I don't. You can probably still buy them.
Huh?
You can
I
probably
think you
still
can still
buy them.
buy
I
'em.
imagine.
Yeah, you can still
Yeah.
buy those. I never
You
heard
open
of them
them up,
called
we got
peachy. They were
pockets
just
in them on the
vanilla
inside.
folders.
Yeah.
What about your weekly reader?
How about the old photocopies that weren't the what did they call it? Copy, where you used to sniff them when the teacher gave them to you. They were purple. What the frick did they call that? It was a photocopy. It was
Mimeograph.
yeah, but they had a name for it in this.
Where it went round and round and mimeograph because our church had one of those, and those things were
I got
messy as hell.
I got in a lot of trouble in Voc Tech.
That chemical smell everyone liked.
Mhm.
10th grade
Mimeograph.
English. 10th grade English, I got in a lot of trouble in the English class. She was an older teacher. It was Halloween, and she had skeletons hanging up around the room. When she left the room, I took a leg bone off of a little skeleton, and I added a bone to the big skeleton, and she came back, and everybody got in trouble, and I found they're all going to have to stay after school. And anyway, I finally fessed up to what I did. But looked pretty funny when I added a bone to the big skeleton.
Did you give skeleton a sexual member?
Yeah, sure did. But yeah, it's a little one.
We used to. Did you ever dissect the frogs and the pigs?
I'm not sure if I did or not.
We did the pigs because there was pig farms around here, so it was easier to get the baby pigs. So a friend of mine showed us that because our science room had like 12-foot ceilings with the same as this. You can't see it, but it has a drop ceiling, the soft drop ceilings. Anyways, we take the pin out of the feet, out of the wax board, but you leave it in the feet, and you just take it, you flip it up in the air, and it would stick to the ceiling. So the teacher comes into class, and there's like 15 freaking pigs sticking hanging off the ceiling. They were all pinned to the ceiling. She's like, "Okay, dissect your piggy now." And they're all hanging on the ceiling. We can't get to it. It's on the ceiling. Yeah, that was we were not good children. I was a troublemaker for sure.
I used to hang out with some pranksters. God, you hear about blowing up the toilets? I actually know a guy that did it.
We used to do it all the time. Flush M80s down the freaking
M80 in the toilet. I mean, he screwed up the plumbing really bad at the school.
Our high school, it's a center school now, but our high school was a big square with a courtyard inside, big open courtyard inside. That's where the septic system was. So if we had a test or something that we didn't want to take, you flush a couple M80s down there, it would blow a hole in the septic system in the center of the building. It's outside, but it's in the courtyard, and it would stink so bad they'd shut down school.
Yeah, you want to.
All right.
If we had a test or something we didn't want to take that day, we'd flush a couple of M80s down the toilet, and freaking school would be closed early.
All right. Okay. When did back on subject?
Back on 3D printing.
Yeah, because we're getting way out there.
Yeah. Well, it is Jerry's stream.
I know. Well, he's open to open discussion as long as we don't get political or religion. Yeah, our PPs because you can get shut down.
Even that word can do it. I found out. Even that word you just said can do it. Don't even say that word.
What?
Say that word you just said.
What? Pew?
I'll say this right freaking now, okay? And this ain't towards you. This is towards you too.
Yeah.
My freedom of speech. Because that's what I'm getting really pissed about because they're shutting people down. People are losing their livelihoods because of their righteousness.
Stupidity, whatever, yeah.
Yeah, we won't talk about that on stream.
Right.
Yep.
That's what I think of you too.
Not what we want to get into. I'll go ballistic on politics right now because
I think most of us would, with current events. I think a lot of us will.
I don't want one of them.
I gotta see one. I gotta see one thing though.
Nothing to do with politics.
I'll just say it because he was there. Okay, I did like what Hulk did this last week, and I'll just leave it at that. That was so cool. What you gonna do? Anyways, It's classic. It's classic.
Yeah, Hulk is what, like 80 now?
70.
Oh, is he?
He's older than that.
70.
No, yeah,
Look at
he's about 10 years older. Than me.
70.
Yeah,
I looked it up. I know he's only 4 years older than me. I'm like, shit.
Wow, you're a
Getting up
geezer.
there.
You're older than me and Gary.
No kidding, but Sergio's got me beat. Thank you, Sergio. I love you.
Yeah, I just
older.
turned 60 June 12th, and right now I'm acting my age. I'm not acting like an idiot. So anyway.
Oh, is that a?
Don't you know as you get older, you're allowed to be an idiot and get away with it? Because he's old.
Because you can blame senility.
I'm old, so I can be an idiot.
Or senility in my medications.
I'm a very sarcastic. I'm a very sarcastic person in real life, as you see on the stream. I'm like that in real life, and yeah, I just try to make the joke out of everything.
Joking is not a bad thing, within reason.
Whenever somebody says something to me, I usually try to pick apart their sentence in my head and I turn it on them. That's just how my brain works. So, but I can act, my age when I need to, when it's appropriate.
I need to go to chiropractor.
I worked construction for many years, so I'm very good at yelling and screaming and all that crap because I had to put up with it for so long. I got very thick skin, put it that way.
Well, you yell in the military too, trust me. Oh,
yeah, when I went to work every day in construction, I can't even say that on here, so I won't even go there.
Yeah, let's just go on to a new subject.
Yeah.
Okay. When do you think the very first 3D printer came out? The very first.
I used to know that. It was like 80 something. That was publicly available. It was actually, I think the first 3D printer was like in the 70s.
I just want to know what kind of firmware. I mean, what did you use? Did you still have a slicer and firmware and all that? I mean,
Linux or something. I don't remember.
I never got interested until I seen a CR10 and the type of quality. Then I was interested in printing. But before then, when things were built out of wood and they look like crap, I wasn't in the print quality. I wasn't even interested.
I was always interested. I didn't get into it until they had aluminum frames and stuff. Yeah.
I mean, I was always watching eBay and looking at different things because and this is before the I always forget that one. It's got the print, laser, and CNC all built in, the newer one. Well, there was an old one from a long, long time ago that was on eBay. I was thinking about getting one of those.
Hey, Simon.
What's up, tripod? That's funny.
So Dan's working on a backpack printer he got from Mitch. So that means the next festival we'll have a Dan and a Mitch both running around backpack printers on?
Tripod, get in here. I want to talk to you about that lawnmower, man. That thing looks freaking cool. I want to know how much it is and how well it works and all that good crap. Tell us about your new lawnmower.
He made a lawnmower?
No, you got to see this thing. You got one of them robot lawnmowers.
Oh, cool.
It was on, I don't know, Twitter or Facebook.
Snapmaker's the modern one, but this was this was like the 90s. No, wait, no.
I think that was Snapmaker.
Early 2000. And
that thing looks cool. How much?
John, does it have a camera on it, or does it have a camera on it?
I don't know. That's why I want him to come on and chat about it because it looks freaking cool. I mean, you know what it looks like? It looks like one of those vacuums that runs around your house all by itself and carries cats on top of it. Looks just like one of them.
I have a shark. Same thing.
Cool.
Come on. Oh, it's getting close. The little thing.
I want him on here so we can check it and talk to him about it. I don't know what it's got on it. He just posted a little thing about how he flipped over or bent his freaking lawnmower and now he's got an electric one. Robot lawnmower. I kind of want one. I don't know if they'd work in my yard now.
But we haven't used the shark in ages. You know,
All
the,
my
the
all
round
my
one.
gas all my gas died, and my mower's got a Honda engine on it. It was surging really bad because I left the gas in the carburetor over the winter for multiple years. So when I run it, it runs, but it surges really bad. So I took apart the carburetor, watched a YouTube video. I could not get the
Float.
Then- I couldn't get the needle valve out of it. It's completely stuck. I've soaked it. I've done everything. I put it back together, and now I can't even get it to start. So I need to take it back apart again and see what the hell I did wrong.
Gas.
Before you do anything, I'm going to tell you right now.
I got to. You ain't got no gas.
You ain't got no gas. If
Ain't
you
got
ever
no
have that problem, one, don't waste money on fuel preservatives. Most fuels will go bad now because almost everywhere in the U.S. they have the freaking biofuel mixed into them now.
Yeah.
Whatever they call it, freaking eco fuel, which is just corn oil. It's just garbage. The problem with it is it congeals over time. It turns back into basic diesel.
Take care.
All you have to do is put 90% rubbing alcohol in there. Put a tablespoon for every gallon. Just put it in there when you go to get the gas. You'll never have to worry about your gas ever again.
I need to soak it in CLR so I can get it on. I need to soak it in CLR for a couple days and see if it'll unstick the needle valve so I can take it apart and properly clean it and then put it back together. Yeah. Once I get it running right, I'm going to sell it. And I don't want to just throw it away because I don't have grass no more. It's all dead.
You could buy a new needle valve and seat for it for like $10 on it.
But I can't get the one out that's in there.
Yeah, but you don't have to unscrew the whole unit together. The seat will come out of the carburetor body.
It won't come out. Put a screwdriver in there, turn it. I can't turn it. It won't move. Can't get it out.
The needle valve is just a little brass thingy that goes up and down onto the float. Should pop right out. Even if you break it off, it should pop out.
Well, it's not the needle valve. It's injector or something. It's stuck. I need to clean it out.
Inside the carburetor.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, I had a screwdriver to unscrew it, and I can't get it out.
Carburetors, especially on Hondas, Hondas are really reliable because they have about the simplest freaking carburetor in the world on it.
Yeah, Bill Glover bought the jet. It's stuck. I can't get it out.
A float and a needle valve and a freaking choke. It's throttle. Some of them don't even have chokes anymore.
All right. So here's my next 3D question. So back in the day when you had your first 3D printer, what kind of filament and what kind of size? I mean, was it on a spool? How did you feed the 3D printer? Was it liquid? Was it? I mean, what was it?
ABS and on a spool because all there was ABS. PLA was just starting to come out when I first got into 3D printing.
Yeah, I had a lot of ABS a long time ago, and I started with hatch.
So you're saying ABS came out first?
Yes.
Yeah.
ABS was the first standardized market,
Wow.
filament.
So wait. How does that work? Because now if we try ABS, we got to have enclosures, okay, or something like that. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of the early 3D printers, they didn't have enclosure, did they?
You are correct. They did not.
But then how the hell did
they pull
it?
A lot of failures. And a lot of stuff. And then you used a lot of blue tape. Everybody used blue tape. And it was 1.8 millimeter, not 1.75. Or let me rephrase that. 2.8 millimeter, because 3.0 was the original. 3.0 was the original filament diameter. It was mostly ABS when it first came out. PLA was new when I first started 3D printing.
And again, the way I always understood PLA, from all my messing around with it, it's more of a plant-based plastic. Where ABS is more of a petroleum-based plastic.
Correct. ABS or PLA is either made from corn in the U.S. market or rice in the Asian market.
Isn't this the first 3D printer right here?
So basically, if I'm starving, I can.
No, that's the first RepRap printer.
Parent-child. That's kind of cool.
3D printers were out before, almost 20 years before that. They were just patented. Rep Rap came out when the
I
patent
keep,
was
and
released.
I asked this a long time ago when I first joined the group a long time ago, but now, last year. I still think, I mean, just hobbies in general. There needs to be a hobby channel on TV, regular TV.
There used
And well, yeah, there
be a
used
lot
to
of them.
be, there used to be on the DIY channel. There was a guy that did that was heavily into robotics. I mean, he died, and college students would make special kind of robotic, and then items, and then they would have a match against each other. I forget what that show was called, but he was really a cool
Regular
guy.
TV nowadays is called YouTube. Everybody has
Well,
channels on YouTube.
well, yes and no. Not
I'm
everybody.
not
That way
really.
you can
I mean, not everybody makes that their main channel, and with a lot of stuff that's happening with YouTube and their policies. And I've read this the other day because they've been changing some things against some people that have certain lifestyles that we can no longer talk about. A lot of people are dumping their premium services because they're getting pissed off and switching over to over to you know.
I'm trying to get rid of cable, so my problem is my mother.
I've got cable for internet only, and I pay for a lot of different apps.
Yeah, well, I'm paying for everything right now. I tried YouTube television, and it just
No, not Junk War. Junk Wars was another great show. No, not this was actually in a studio.
God, I forgot about Junkyard Wars. That was one of those.
That was a cool show.
I used to love watching Junkyard Wars.
That was a
Well,
cool
I think
show.
we need to give away a roll of filament. We're going to give away one roll of filament. It's USA only, lower 48. If you haven't won in the last couple months, please enter. You're allowed to win. If I draw your name and you've won within the last 2 months, please have me redraw. It must go to a USA address. Ziltech.com is a company out of Houston, Texas. They sell tons of extrusion. If you want to build a custom printer and you want custom extrusion cut for different sizes, they're your company to do that. And they got great filament. They got dual color, tricolor, PLA, PETG, a little bit of anything and everything. They have big Tree Tech boards. They got a lot of different products at Ziltech.com. We're going to draw for one winner. I'll put my email in chat once we have the winner. You must be present to win. Email me today with what type of filament with a mailing address. I'll let my rep know. The storms and floods are gone. They're back open for business. The last people that won the last 2 weeks, their filament got shipped out. Not sure if they received it yet, but they should have already got it. And we're going to draw right now.
And
so
Matt's not allowed to enter.
Well, Matt's in the UK, so it wouldn't matter.
Oh, it's US.
Anyway, if you guys want to help me count down from
Matt,
5, I'd really appreciate
your
it.
mic's off, Matt.
5,
USA,
4,
USA,
3.
USA.
Blue.
Sorry.
Count
Go
down
ahead.
Somewhere else than
Count down from 5, 4, 3,
Number
2,
blue.
1. Here we go.
Yeah. All I said was USA. Gee, because it said right there in front of my face.
Two.
Stephen Dale, congratulations. Are you in chat, my friend? Stephen Dale.
This app hates me,
Tim,
man.
I didn't see Tim here. Right, Tim.
This app
Stephen
hates
Dale, are
me.
you here and are you in the USA?
This app hates me. All right.
Stephen Dale, are you here and are you in the USA? There he is right there. Congratulations. I'll put my email here in chat so you can email me. Go to Ziltech.com. If you need to know how to spell it, I can type it out. Pick out a type and color of filament and email me with your mailing address and what type of stuff you'd like. Let me write down his name real quick.
That's my game show theme. I just made it up. Did you like it?
Speaking of game shows, there's an old one out there about Jeopardy, and of course it's Weird Al. You got to see it. It's even got the old host from Jeopardy in it in the video.
What?
Well, you just said game show, right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying there's a video out there on YouTube with Weird Al about Jeopardy.
Oh,
I gotta
Weird
ask
Al video. I got you.
Yeah,
Now I understand what you're talking about.
and you got to see it because
Oh.
it's hilarious.
Hold off on that. I got to get the next giveaway ready. Don't type anything yet.
What are you giving away now?
Polymaker in a little bit. The roll of Polymaker.
Give it
Steel
away,
Texas
give it away,
Polymaker?
give it away now.
What's
Give it
Polymaker?
away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away. No. Red Hot Chili Peppers, you know?
Red Hot old guy.
Okay, here we go. Polymaker. And we'll do the Polymaker giveaway in about an hour.
Hey,
And
sooner or
you know-
later, Justin Bieber's going to be old. Figure that out.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Dan,
I really
Yeah,
wish
can't-
Canada would take him back and keep him.
Nobody gets out alive, you know, once you're born.
Canada can take frickin' Bieber and keep him.
ladies and gentlemen, we have Tim, the guy up in Canada. He's got an awesome channel. He's on every Sunday night, and please tune in,
Timmery.
subscribe to him, and here he is. Hey,
And
Tim.
don't beat me with shit about Bieber.
Hang on, I gotta mute something here. Can you
Oh,
hear
man,
me?
I was just talking
Yes,
crap
we-
about
Yes, we
That's
can
just
hear
good.
you.
Good,
that's just-
good.
I was just talking crap about Bieber, and here's Tim.
Oh, stop it. Oh, that's funny.
How's it going, buddy? How you
Can
been?
you like take Justin Bieber and keep him in Canada for us? We don't want him.
Oh, hell no. God, you're stuck with him
You
now.
guys tried to export him.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. So, pretty much.
That's funny.
So, you guys ever bit off more than you can chew? I've done that. now.
Always.
Yeah, I got
I've
married.
got a mouthful in them.
Few times.
Thank you very much, Tim. I have it, and it works great. And you put in the doggle and the batteries. and
Good.
Very
Good.
cool. Thank you.
What kind of
Thank you.
remote is that?
No problem at all.
What is that remote for?
My web camera. It's an Osbach
Oh.
camera that will track you and zoom in and out.
Guy.
Tim sent me a remote, so if I'm across the room or like taping a video, I can control everything. Very cool.
Yeah.
Red light. Take care, buddy. Have a great day.
Later.
Yeah, I had accidentally bought 3 of them and I only needed 1. So, yeah. And I wasn't going to send it back.
So did you have fun on Tuesday, Wednesday, Tim?
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Amazon days.
Oh no, actually, I bought very little on Amazon days. But after I bought a few things not on Amazon, but I bought a couple things from BQ that I've got coming, and I bought a bunch of filament from Bamboo Lab, their new PETG high flow, which I've heard good about. So I'm going to be trying that. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if
But right now I'm changing my mind on main boards for my Barbie build, and I'm putting the octopus on it instead.
Oh,
I'm
speaking of
Yeah.
Barbie, up in Alaska, they for the 4th of July, I guess they have this thing where they send cars over a cliff,
Mm-hmm.
and they actually made a Barbie Corvette. And who
Oh,
do you think
cool.
I was thinking of when I saw that? Oh, you should have seen Barbie they had to go inside of it. It was spooky looking. But yeah, it's a
Cool.
thing. It's actually an event. I mean, a lot of people were there, and they send cars over a cliff, like a 300-foot cliff.
Hey, Sam. Good to see you in chat. I know you've been real busy. You've been really slamming out some awesome videos. Great content, buddy.
He wants to see my octopus. Okay, well, there it is right there. Sorry to disappoint you, Sam.
More like a relief.
I've had an octopus. I've had mantas. I've had them all.
Well, I've been I don't know.
You're not in the
I've got
basement anymore, are you?
I've got a Manta M8P here
Yeah.
that I could use, and then I also have a CAN bus that I could use on it. But I don't know.
I just want to get this thing built and printing, and then I can worry about switching things out later, I think. But I'm not comfortable with the SKR Pro that's on it. So
I'd forgotten all about there's been no accidents in this basement sign until I just saw it.
right here,
Yep.
right there. Yep. It's there.
I made Tim a sign that says there's been no accident. You know, it was no accident since this date. And it says since Tim went upstairs.
Yeah. That's cool. I haven't hurt myself on a stream.
Tim went upstairs.
I
Dan,
haven't
you
hurt
want to
myself
share?
on a stream in a while.
Dan, share your link.
Your head then.
Are you a
What's
mod
that?
on YouTube? Yeah, share your link, Dan. Dan's really close to 1,200 on YouTube. He's going to share his link. Everybody, please go subscribe to DB3D Dan. Maker Mind Nexus is his new name. And it's free to do so. So please go subscribe and check him out. He's not a mod. Let me mod him. Hold on.
Why would we want to subscribe to Dan? It's just Dan.
Dan, the modding man.
He's changed his freaking name more times than I have for crying out loud.
I'm a serial killer.
Kind of like Millicamp or Prince.
You're a serial killer, Tim?
Yes, I see right there. Serial killer.
Oh, I get it. That's funny.
Screams in every bite.
Do you kill llama loops?
Hey, here's a trivia.
Llama loops is the real cereal.
You know what cereal you don't see around anymore? Tricks.
Well, they're for kids, right?
Yeah.
And you're old.
So-
I've seen Lucky Charms. I'm talking about commercials. And yes, I have satellite, so I have commercials.
Silly rabbit.
But yeah, I haven't seen Trix commercials in forever.
I used to love Trix. Any sugar encrusted cereal is good. I'm sorry, they're just tasty. They're so bad for you, and who
Back in
cares?
the day, though, my go-to cereal as a kid, Captain Crunch.
Yep.
Oh gosh, I still love Captain Crunch once in a while.
I love
really
it,
do.
but it's really hard on the roof of your mouth. But I love
Yeah, I was
Captain
just
Crunch.
gonna say the roof of your mouth killer.
It's good
Yeah.
with peanut butter.
King of
Take
that.
some peanut butter on a spoon a little bit and then dip it in the Captain Crunch.
Nope. No peanut
Yeah.
butter. No peanut butter.
So you guys
Captain.
know where I'm coming from. And then as far as chips back in the day, who remembers Buglers?
Yeah, I
can
still
you
on
forget-
occasional eat me some gravel cereal too.
Who can forget as far as chips, Buglers?
Mm-hmm.
The little
Gotta love the
buglers.
gravel cereal. You guys know what gravel cereal is, right?
But you know
Gravel?
what is
Yeah.
But you know what is disappointing,
Grape
and I
nuts.
feel ripped off now.
Mm.
When you open up a box of Cracker Jacks, the surprise is only usually just a piece of paper item. It's no longer a piece of plastic. It's always just paper shit. You're like, maybe
There you
a
go,
bag
Dan.
too.
You can post it now.
Cracker Jacks used to be so cool back in the day.
I used to eat Cracker Jacks as a kid.
Yeah.
Yep, gravel cereal is grape nuts.
And
It's
whoever
like
bought
eating
a box of cereal with a record on the box on the back,
Yep.
had a record
Tricks used to do
on the
that.
box,
You used to be able to get, Tricks did that for a while. You could get the album on the back.
an actual record.
Here's Dan's channel on YouTube, guys. Please go subscribe to him. It's free to do so and help him out. Greatly appreciated. He's on Twitch also.
Tim, you cheater!
Raisin bran.
What?
I
You're
don't
supposed to
never
hand,
like raisin bran.
hand jive that stuff,
I
I'm
got
supposed to-
right
and,
now.
and,
No.
and then swear a lot.
Right now,
And dirt.
Right now in my cupboard, I have generic Rice Krispies. I put 1 scoop of sugar in a big bowl. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got the one and only, the real Sam Prentice. Sam,
Yay!
I still want to meet the fake Sam Prentice.
He's coming to
Aye,
see
right.
my octopus.
I do want to see your octopus again.
Well,
It's right there in the corner of the picture.
exactly. Right here. Right here.
Wow, look at that. What color duck did you get with that?
Oh, they're all yellow. I got more ducks. I don't know where I put them all there. I got like 30 ducks and I'm,
ladies and gentlemen, we've got the real Tripod's Garage.
oh my
Folks,
goodness.
And then
The real?
You
You
know,
got a freaking
I have,
storm blowing through there, tripod?
speaking of the duck, I have opened a box one time, a controller box, and it didn't come with a duck, and I was so disappointed.
Oh, even my little Panda touchscreens came with a duck.
Oh, he's
Well,
outside.
here's the thing, though. I got sent a
Tripod,
box the
I'm
other
gonna
day
say.
from Big Tree Tech, and the duck wasn't the normal duck.
Oh,
Did you get a plastic duck instead of a
Hey,
rubber duck?
Sam, Tripod has a remote control lawnmower. We're going to check that out on the big screen here.
Go for it.
Oh, it's all the way over there. I'm not going all the way over there. It's
Oh,
relaxed.
it's a
over
robot.
there.
It should come get itself.
Is it
They already
running?
did this.
Really? Holy
That's
crap!
all you. That's all your yard, both of
Well,
them.
this is my backyard. This is the neighbor's backyard. You can
Oh,
see
wow.
the nice, lovely fence panels that have blown down from the tornadoes that came through.
Oh wow.
So yeah, the neighbor has some nice divots and stuff in his yard. So he, yeah.
Were
it's
you
pretty
able to
bad.
repair most of the stuff? What was destroyed?
What's that?
Were you able to fix most of the stuff? What was destroyed?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not nearly as bad as other towns got. So I mean, it's just fence. Another fence panel went down. Problem is we don't have any houses over there to help shield. We're totally open.
Yeah.
But
So can't you call that lawnmower back to you?
the lawnmower is all GPS and RTK driven. So that means that all you have to do is go around with it and set your area.
So why is it in your neighbor's yard?
Because we're nice neighbors.
Oh,
He's getting pocket money for it.
Yeah, I got a neighbor.
Yeah.
That mows our, we all split up, even though we own all different. I
It's
don't
a
know.
big
All my lawn. I
That
mow
ought
my-
to be worth at least $50 to mow for your neighbor.
Here, go up.
Have you ever seen a grown man hopping along with one leg pushing a lawnmower, though?
Yeah.
It'd be tiring, but I'm sure he's done it.
Oh, it's mowing right now. I thought it was like stalled over there.
Wow,
It
that's
goes
gonna
really
take.
slow, right?
That's
Oh, it's
gonna
got
take a
making
week
wheels
to
on
do
it.
that whole yard.
Yeah, but who cares? It's doing it all automatic.
Wow.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
whole
I
point
still
of it,
need to
Jerry, is
recharge.
it trims it, all the time. So you do it basically every other day.
And it just
Oh,
keeps
nice.
The edging takes the longest because it literally keeps on adjusting.
Yeah, it's trying to get as close as it possibly can.
So it's
Going around the post.
you can do an FPV because it's got a camera in the front.
Does it automatically shut off if it's flipped over? Like if a dog
Yeah.
was to mess with
Yeah.
it, would it shut off?
Yeah, so you see that it's got the sensors on the sides and the front.
Okay.
It's got suspension in the front too.
Really?
Yeah.
It's freaking cool.
Oh,
It looks like it almost looks like a all-terrain, RC car. A little wider, but it looks like
Yeah.
a couple of my freaking.
John will probably hydro dip it and make it all fancy.
How long does the charge last?
it ran like I don't know, like took a couple hours to do. See, right now it hit the board
Right.
and it didn't like it, and then it just adjusted it, and now it's going straight. Because I went
So
as close to the boards as possible.
so it learns.
Yeah, so you'll see the lines that from yesterday when I was teaching it. You can see
So basically, on an open field, it goes a whole lot faster.
so you can see the
I'm
tire
assuming
tracks.
the
You
trucks
see
are
the tire tracks from crossover here.
Yeah.
That's so that's zone 2. So my backyard is zone 1, and so it should see how accurate it is.
Yeah, like a shark vacuum. Same thing.
So see those
Yeah.
see those tire tracks that from before? That's from yesterday,
Uh-huh.
and it's following those same exact tracks.
So basically, it's mulching.
So it's going to turn around and come back along the house there.
And then it's
So-
gonna, yeah,
So
it's gonna
about
come
what
up
does that
this
thing
side.
cost? How much does that thing cost generally? I don't need to know.
It depends on which model you get. It's basically battery size. It starts at like 2,000 and goes all the way up to like 3,500.
Wow.
No, it's a couple of $3,000.
With it on the sidewalk, does it do wheelies?
Mm-hmm. No, if you want to.
Cool.
I need one of those.
You got any? You got any 3D plans for it? You know, adding stuff.
No, I don't.
Put a death racer rider on top of it, so it looks like somebody's
Yeah.
riding it.
Yeah.
It does need a death racer, right?
So I went around this. It should turn right here. There you go.
That's pretty cool.
You see that? There's Omni wheels.
When you're teaching it, does it have like a regular everyday remote controller or something to walk around?
Yeah, you do it on the app, like if you're
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So, I mean, his whole yard is full of little obstacles, and now it should turn to the left.
You tow
yourself to the grocery store.
Take it up to the trailer and tow yourself to the grocery store.
And it's 4-wheel drive too.
That's funny.
It's got the motors are in the wheels themselves.
Put a snowplow on it in the winter.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
So it's got some torque in other words.
Too small for a snowplow. You need to mount like a flamethrower on
You need
top.
weight behind
Flamethrower.
snowplow.
Well, the problem is the ejector pump is right here for his sump pump, and then it shoots out here, and then there's another divot right here.
Mm.
It's like a freaking crater.
That grass looks pretty tall for it, actually.
Well, that's what ate up the power the first time. It's literally for my yard, because this is like the first time we were able to mow in like 2 weeks because of all the storms we've been having here.
Yeah.
A tripod. Does it moonlight as a war bot, you know, or battle bot?
Battle bot.
Yeah.
Paddle bot.
Yeah, the other bots would have to fit underneath it though for it to win.
But you can see that it just shredded this.
Yeah.
That's cool. Oh, it's a neat machine, you know.
Yeah,
Cool.
But it's I got some shots with the drone.
Oh, following it around?
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm gonna pop off. I'm getting very tired, and I had a long week this week, so I wish you all safe and good luck, and wish you all guys the best.
Have a good
See
night,
you, Matt.
See ya.
Take
Sorry.
care.
I'm just tired, I need to sleep.
Hey, Mr. Diesel, how you doing today?
You're not Canadian. You're not allowed to apologize.
Oh.
Wasn't Sam on? Did you say Sam was on?
Yeah, Sam was on, and then you came on, and I got a raid coming in. Let's see who's raiding.
Pass list.
No, Digital Dragon 72 just raided with 12 people. Welcome, Raiders. Digital Dragon, I hope you had a great stream. Thank you for raiding in, everybody. My name is Jerry with 3DHP. With 3DHP, and each and every Saturday I stream live on YouTube and Twitch. We have up to 10 makers at a time on, and we talk about 3D printing, lasers, resin, CNCs, a little bit of anything and everything, and even food and lawnmowers. Tripod's got a lawnmower down here that we're watching, and I hope you had a great raid. Thank you, everybody. Please like, subscribe. Yes, Sam Prentice was here on camera, and then John popped in, and I focused on John, and Sam popped out, I guess. So hopefully he'll pop back in. And here's what we're watching right now. Tripod's Garage has a little robot lawnmower there, and he's showing us how it works. Thank you, Raiders. And we'll be giving away a roll of Polymaker filament in about, 30 or 40 minutes. We just gave away a roll of Ziltech filament, which was USA only, but the Polymaker is anywhere they ship in the world and must be present to win.
Did the Raiders bring a lost ark with them? Sorry,
Yeah. Go ahead, John, if you have something you want to talk about there.
No, it's the charging. So it will go back to its charging station, which is over there once it's low on power. So, but yeah, it wants to do always like basically 4 passes. So it does this pass, right? And then it's got 2 spinning discs with 4 blades on each disc on the bottom. And then it does what's called an overlap pass. So it's going to do this, and it's going to overlap it by like 40% or so, depends on what you do. See, actually, I went a lot closer to the. Oh, see, now it's going closer to the fence. I'm like, I know I went a little bit closer, but you want to see how this is the grass clippings right here.
Uh,
So that was pretty, and you could adjust the height on the app for how close and how far you want to cut. So this is at like 70 millimeters height.
How many blades does it have? Just a single blade, or does it have a
It
mulching
has
blade?
basically it has razor blades. It has a total of 8.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So it
so
is truly a
it would leave
mulcher.
too much debris on the ground that you have to rake it up, I guess, to run over it with
Well,
another machine.
the way that it does it, it kind of mulches. I mean, it doesn't say it mulches, but it does a cross cut. So it will do it one cut, and then it does the overlap, and then it does a cross cut. So it does like a checkerboard. I don't know if you can see it on my yard. You could probably see a checkerboard. The drone picks it up rather well, and then
That would be horrible. That'd be horrible if you had a surprise in the yard. That'd really make a mess of your robot.
What?
If it ran over something from one of your animals and it went everywhere.
Oh yeah. That's why we on the side of our house we have dog run. They don't poop in our yard. So we have crushed limestone on the side of the house, and we have a service that comes up and cleans it up once a week.
So when you let your dogs out back, they're trained to go to the side of the house and not in the grass.
No, it's blocked off, so they can't. So they can't get back there.
Yeah.
But,
you have kids come over and playing in the grass, like, Mommy, I got a stain on my pants.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, yeah, Tom wanted to see it. So, and then you do obstacles. You could put those in the app too. So let me show you what the RTK is. It's like I said, it's satellite driven.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's GPS driven.
So that's the RTK unit that ties in with the base there for power, if you so choose. I also have a solar panel, but all it has to do is have a clear line of sight. I mean, you can see almost looks like we're going to get some nasty weather again today.
It'll park in a dock down below then, right? It parks to charge?
Yeah, it's right there. So,
okay.
And
so what is that thing right there? Wait,
that was our fence, and it's now kind of gone.
What's that stick for? Is that the actual GPS and then it Wi-Fi's to it?
It enhances the GPS. It's an RTK unit. Right. So it could get up to like 2 millimeters worth of accuracy when you map it out.
Yeah. So if the thing goes underneath like that tree over there, it doesn't lose GPS because that.
Yeah. So all you have to do is have clear line of sight to the sky. Yep. So I could have had it at the base unit, but I figured this was the best spot for it, just at least away from the house. But
is it solar recharge or plug in?
I did get the solar. You could hook it up with solar. So if they give you 2 cords for it, one if you want a standalone like right here as a separate, or if you just put it with the base, there's like a Y adapter and it just hooks up to the base itself.
Cool.
So
thank you for the follow.
So it's kind of pricey, but in the long run, I think it's worth it.
Yeah. I mean, you don't. It's like a Roomba, right? For your house. The first cleanup is the heaviest, and then it's just maintenance thereafter.
And after it's all charged up, and we're not going to use it for a week, you'd have to take it in the garage so somebody don't hop your fence and swipe it.
Well, it's got a SIM card in there and GPS tracking. So if they take it, you'll follow it to where it's at. So I mean, it's so it has an alarm on there. It's got a speaker on there. It'll start setting off an alarm, and then it'll alarm on your phone too.
And if you pick it up, it probably auto shuts off for safety.
Oh yeah. If you tilt it or anything, the blades stop, and it has sensors underneath. If you try to pick it up, the blades will stop spinning.
Okay,
So,
that's cool.
Yeah, it's but with our yard, it ate up one battery. I mean, the whole battery. But again, it was this long, and you can see how long the grass is. So, I mean, it's we've had literally bad weather for almost 3 weeks straight here. So, this is like the first time that we've had any type of decent weather.
Well, a full charge, how much of your backyard do you think it can do before it runs?
This is the 1.25 acre version, but it's you got a lot of drag because of how long the grass is.
Yeah.
So it should be able to at least do our back and front yards, both mine and the neighbors, after it's done. So I'm gonna do this one, and I'm gonna run it again before the review is done. Gonna let it do this the first initial test, and then because the battery died almost right when our backyard was done, and technically it should last longer. At 80% charge, it'll go back out again, and it took from 20% to 80%. It took less than an hour to charge that much.
Okay.
Which is pretty darn good. And it could do yard art, so you could actually write stuff in your yard with it.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed that even with these two properties combined, it's not enough space to do like a good amount of wording. I could barely fit like a 4-letter word on there.
Oh, it's that big, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You can be creative with 4-letter words, right?
I think
My mind goes to the gutter when I hear the 4-letter word, but okay.
I'm talking snow, rain. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So, like
Very
right
cool.
here, you can see the pass, the first pass, and now it's going to do the overlap pass because it's got 2 spinning discs on here, so you can see how close it gets.
Yeah, they don't even use regular blades, do they? It's almost like a cheese grater disc, huh?
Well, it looks like just like regular razor blades underneath.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like small razor blades, or are they big ones?
Yeah.
Really?
That's crazy.
Yeah. So right here.
Right here, we just lost you.
Oh, we lost you.
He's gone.
All right. Yeah, Sam, if you're still watching, pop back in, buddy. I'm sorry about that. I was checking out the lawnmower, and I guess he had to go, and he popped out.
Oh, well.
What?
I said, oh, well.
Yeah.
I think it was just disappointed in my octopus.
Everybody's disappointed in your octopus, Tim. Everybody.
Oh, man. 45% infill.
There he is.
Just got his Wi-Fi cable. Oh, wait, you wouldn't have cable anyway.
Yeah, manscaping. There you go. Yeah, I wouldn't want that manscaping me. Maybe Jerry would like it, not me.
No, they were talking about that on the stream earlier.
Oh, man.
So you guys were manscaping on screen? No, that's not good.
Yeah, when you get older,
now.
when you get older, you start to go bald. All the hair from your head goes to your back, basically.
No comment.
I'm not.
Hey, what's
commenting
going on,
yet.
First Engraving, Patrick? How you doing, buddy? Oh, you're stuck at work. That's a bummer. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Patrick, John is showing a remote control mower here. He's doing his neighbor's backyard, controlled by GPS, and all that.
All kinds of tech.
Droid lawnmower, self freaking propelled. It's a droid, man. The ground droid. That's pretty cool. All right, enough lawnmower.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Very cool.
All right. I'm gonna get
Thanks,
a drone
John.
up in the air, so I'll talk to you guys later.
Thank
See you, John.
Yep.
Take care, man.
Thanks, man.
Later.
Yep. Bye.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of grand for one of those sounds like a lot of money, but when you think about it, by the time you get gas and service and
Yeah.
spark plugs and oil changes,
Or you hire the next
4
door
or 5
neighbor.
years down the road, it pays for itself. Not only that, something like he's looking at, he probably got a riding mower anyways, so you're talking a grand or two there,
Yeah.
plus the gas and the spark plugs and the oil and so as long as the reliability, you're not fixing the thing, 3 times a year, it's probably going to save you money in the long run.
No, he didn't make it. It came from a company.
No, I have seen 3D printed ones. Homemade ones. I shouldn't say 3D printed. They have 3D printed parts on them, but they're not.
Anyone know of a board that can take 5 stepper drivers?
Yeah,
there's
the
a lot.
octopus or the there's like 4 of them now.
Hey,
Show
Tim,
me
you
your
want to hold up
octopus
your
again,
can you hold up your octopus again so we can see 5 stepper drivers on it?
It's got 8 on it.
Yeah, it's
8
got
on
8
it.
on it.
So
And
do
here's
it.
a board. Okay, hang on. 1, 2, 3. There's a board with 5 steppers on it right here. It's the big tree. Oh, this is called the Rad OS board.
Yeah,
It's
there's a
got 5
bunch of
on
them
it.
that take 5.
Big tree
And if I'm not mistaken,
Big Tree Tech make multiples that take
this one has 5 on it. This is the Mini E3 V2 has 5 steppers on it. The Big Tree Tech Mini E3 V2. And I believe this is a different board altogether, but this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this board is the this is a Duet 3 Mini 5 Plus.
Say most of the duets are 5s.
Yeah, so there's a lot of boards that have 5 on it.
All your drivers plus 2 extruders.
Yeah. I need one that has 6, so I got to go with a board that has 8.
Yeah,
So
that's why I went to 8. And I never did build the printer. One of these days I might actually build the printer.
So Tim, what do you do with your fleet of ducks?
I don't know where my ducks are. Like, I've got a couple ducks. Oh, they were here. I don't know where I put my ducks.
Uh-oh.
When I reorganized
My wife has
things,
ours on our dinner table, along with
I need
Garfield the cat.
I need to get them out and put them somewhere because they deserve to be shown.
Tim's going to be going around putting the little posters on the freaking phone poles, missing ducks. Don't find my ducks. My ducks are lost. They ran away.
I can't find any ducks.
My cats love my ducks.
You're duckless.
I've got them somewhere. I know that. I wouldn't throw my ducks out.
Stephen Dale, I have your email. Thank you.
I like putting all my ducks in a row. So
I only got 1 or 2 ducks. I have like
Man, what the?
bought like 10.
I just couldn't believe it. What the duck? It's already Saturday again. Man, what the duck?
Yeah, the weeks are flying by. We just had a live stream, and wham, bam, here's another
Yeah,
Saturday.
and then what
The
the
days are
duck?
flying.
Let me see. God.
For those of you, Pete, for those of you out there that have a job, you work 9 to 5. Your week might have been long, but for us retired people, it goes by that really quick.
And we're not kidding. Once you retire, it's going to spin your head.
Yeah.
This is a great little
what
device.
The hell?
Within the next week, I've got part of the video done. I'm having trouble with my print quality, and I'm having clogs and stringing, and I'm having issues with profiles, and I'm trying to get it worked out. But out of the box, it's a great printer. It's a great looking printer, very well built. Runs on Clipper, does Wi-Fi, but I need to figure out why I'm having trouble printing with it.
And mine's almost here. So.
And then Kenny ordered one.
Yeah, because I got rid of my rig just like Tim did.
Bamboo doesn't have a profile on Bamboo Slicer, but Orca does have a profile for it with 4 different filament types for the Soval. filament, but I would like to use polymaker filament and other filament. And pretty much any filament I put in and tried to print something, I get so far on the print and then it starts stringing or clogs, and I'm just trying to figure it out.
So what kind of toy do we have there?
This is a great little toy for anybody that does any tinkering or building. It's a I don't know what you call it. It's a thing where you can dial it to any voltage you want. So I'm testing to see which one of my fans, just to test some 5-volt fans.
Power up stuff on his bench there. I got one of those. But
Yeah,
it's different.
yeah, and it's very sensitive. So there, 5.16 volts is fine, because I want to. I put the wires in this head. The cooling fan is a 5-volt, and the two part cooling fans. The hot end fans are 5-volt. The two part cooling fans are 24. I don't remember which wires are which though. So I'm going to start with my 5-volt voltage, because it's okay to put 5 volts through a 24-volt fan, but it's not okay to put 24 volts through a 5-volt fan. So I'm just using this to just test my fans and see which one is which, so that when I put my wires on, because I'm basically making little extensions for all these wires from the hot end to go down to the board, because I don't have room for a CAN bus or a umbilical. So yeah, but a handy little device. I don't use it that often, but when I need it, it's really handy to have it. And this one is called a DC power supply, is all it is. Wampatech DC power supply, as it says right up here. Right here.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it
By
was
the
like
way-
40.
Go ahead.
No, I think it was $40 on Amazon.
By the way, I do like my laser a lot. Only down here, like Jerry, he knows, it's extremely hot here. My garage is not really insulated that great, so it's in hibernation until it cools down, referring to my large CO2.
Here's some really killer pictures I've done on my fiber laser, if I can find them. I've done a couple videos on it.
My fiber laser is back there. My CO2, the large one, is in the garage.
Those are black metal, high glossy business cards, and those pictures came out awesome. So I do have it dialed in, where I can do some really killer pictures with it, with my 210 lens, small lens.
I keep wanting to do pictures, but then I keep running into some coins I want to do. I found this guy on Facebook. He does such a fantastic job with coins. And I guess I should share his name if I'm going to say he does such a great job. I got to find it.
Yeah, sorry, Sam. I wish you could have stuck around longer. Or if you got time to pop back in, it'd be great to see you. The tripod popped in, you did. He was showing his mower, and I know you don't want to be hobbling around on one leg too long. That's why I focused on him.
Come on, 24 volts.
Hey, Tim, you know Electric
Yeah.
Boom. Why don't you do one of his stunts?
Do one of what stunts?
Do one Electric Boom stunts,
No. I hope these are 24-volt fans. I'm pretty sure they are. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that is.
That guy's creative as hell, man. I love him.
And this one.
Yeah, the one that does coins, he's also on Patreon, and he's also on one of the fiber laser site groups on Facebook. But on Patreon, he is Robert Brand. He's pumping out coins right and left lately, meaning designs, and he does fantastic. Robert Brand. And
Robert Brand.
Yeah, and his Patreon is Brand Designs on Patreon. Brand Designs. You don't have a Galvo yet, do you, Tim?
A what?
Galvo.
Fiber
No.
laser.
No, just all. The only laser I have is this guy. My Stream Deck's not working today. I'll have to fix that. This is the only laser I have is this guy back here. It's the 20 watt
X tool.
X tool. Yeah, the X tool 20 watt. Yeah.
Yeah, we get jobs done just fine.
20
watts is a lot. I mean, for a diode.
It is. Yeah. Yeah, and then I have the
I just like more power. That's all. You know.
Then I have the IR module for it as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the IR module. It's for doing metal.
Modules can get ridiculously expensive.
They can.
Like the one for the Raleigh, the 30 watt for the Raleigh. I mean, and I love Raleighs. You know, got one right back there. Yeah. So the 30 watt is $500.
Yeah, if you go watch Sam's latest video, Hollywood went up and they changed their sign on the mountain for him to say the real Sam Prentice. Looks pretty cool.
What?
Go watch Sam's video. You'll see what I'm talking about. The Hollywood sign says the real Sam Prentice. They took down the Hollywood sign.
I saw that.
Not took it down. No way.
Well,
they did.
Yeah.
He paid them a ton of money to do it, apparently.
Yeah, he's a real Sam Prentice.
Yeah, right.
They'll do anything for him.
You took it to native land, taking down the Hollywood sign. That would put. Oh no.
Watch the video. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, maybe in the AI world, maybe.
And if you're really good, if you're really gullible, you'll keep talking about it.
I know it's a joke. I know. Dude, you know how many times I've gone to Griffith Park in my life? Jesus, man. I mean, seen it, live, real person.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Crowley paid for it.
Or hiked up to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sam says Crowley don't pay for nothing. Yeah, nothing. Yeah.
I mean, I could.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna leave. I gotta go do things and then make dinner.
Well, thank you for stopping in. I really appreciate seeing you, Tom. Thank you.
Good to see you again, Lama.
Take care, my
I didn't
friend.
recognize you without the hat on.
Yeah.
And I am looking. By the way, I am looking brighter with my new lights from Prime days.
Let's do a Polymaker giveaway. I think everybody in chat would like to. Somebody might like to win a roll of filaments. I think we should do that right now. Let me share my screen. Turn off the banner. And the real Sam Prentice is popping back in. Okay, we're going to stop sharing the screen. We'll do that in a minute.
No, carry on. No, sorry, I had to take a call.
Man, I want my filament, damn it.
No. You carry on. My wife and son are away at the moment, so they called me, so I had to take the call. So sorry about that.
No worries. Yeah, you've been doing some great content. You got your new guy doing all your editing. He's doing an awesome job, and yeah, you're doing great.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's getting there.
In the next video, are you going to be flying like Superman across the city?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. The thing is, with all of these things, you try and do something and then hope that it kind of goes on to something else. So we kind of figured that I'm working with Caleb. So that was way back when the first trip to China happened. That was supposed to be with Caleb. That was always going to be the plan, and we were kind of having these ideas. And as you know, Caleb had quite a severe problem where a tornado ripped his house apart and he lost his home and stuff. So that happened. He's trying to sort of rebuild his life, and things aligned for this particular project. So we did open source, and then we went out and did rapid TCT. We had to, obviously this is his living, this is his job, so he has to get paid, he has to get proper money, and raising that capital is tricky. So but we managed it and we did it, and we got to do some cool stuff. In hindsight, I wish we'd done a little bit more, but to be honest with you, every day was a grind. There was no kind of sitting around wondering what was going to happen next. Everything was planned quite meticulously. So yeah, it was good, really, really good. But again, this the next stages will be possibly going back to China, but going with Caleb this time to try and shoot the stuff that we wanted to shoot last time, and never really kind of got what we wanted. There wasn't the creative direction, just wasn't there, unfortunately. So yes, I got another couple of trips to the US. I'm doing the 3D Printopia. I've got a Creality event, which may or may not happen in September, which I think is going to be in Chicago. And then Ryan's wedding. on top of that as well. Yeah, so it's crazy. But what happens next year, I do not know. So we'll have to watch this space. But let's do a Polymaker giveaway.
Alrighty.
What a good
Why don't we
idea.
do two? Why don't we do two? Let's do two giveaways. I'll give you a roll of Polymaker as well. How about that?
I'll just when I put them with Discord, I'll just mention the second roll came from you. They'll approve too.
Okay.
Cool.
Alrighty, let me pull that up. Turn off the banner. And we got 30 people entered. Now, Polymaker delivers almost anywhere on the planet. They have awesome filament. They have a little bit of anything and everything. So for one lucky winner, anywhere they ship to, you can win one roll of Polymaker filament. Once you win, I will simply put my email in chat. You email me during the stream or sometime tonight. All you have to do is email me, tell me you won the Polymaker. I'll send you a Discord link that you will click on later tonight, and you fill it out, and then they will contact you and go from there, and then they'll send you out your filament. Very simple to do. We got 30 people entered. Here we go, and we're gonna draw for two rolls. So here we go with the first roll. One's from Sam Prentice. I'll put them both in with Polymaker, and they'll approve both of them. Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who's it gonna be? Happy Arts.
Happy Art. There you go.
Happy Art. Don't recognize the name. Congratulations. Are you in chat? Must be present to win. Happy Art. Are you
about that?
Let's see if Happy Art's still here. Happy Art, are you still in chat?
Because I'm happy.
Oh man. And then Al did it. Yeah, he did the song for that.
There we are. There's
Happy Art. There he is. Awesome. Congrats. Here's my email, Happy Art. Let me put it in chat.
Yeah, it was called Tacky. It's what the video was called that Al did to Happy. Yeah, when the Happy video came out, Weird Al did Tacky.
There we go. Send me an email, Happy Art, and I'll send you the link later that you fill out to get your filament. Congratulations. And let's draw for one more person. Let me write down that name real quick so I don't forget. Okay, second winner, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Guy the Jedi. Congratulations, Guy the Jedi. I know you're here, but say something in chat, please. Congratulations, Guy.
Yeah, make my username longer. It seems like the longer ones. Well, actually, Happy Art was
Guy the Jedi. Oh, here he is. Congrats. Yeah, just scroll up, Guy. You'll see my email address. Shoot me an email, and I'll send you the link later. Congratulations, guys. Thank you, Sam.
God, excuse me.
No worries.
Very cool.
So did you catch the Michael Laws videos?
Not today. Did he put one out this morning? I missed it.
No, this was a couple of weeks ago with the picture of my face and everything.
Oh yeah. You're on everything. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, that was I can't remember where we were going, but we were in a taxi at that point, and I started getting all these messages from people, and I'm like, what on earth is going on? Yeah, Michael Laws dropped a video.
Here you go.
Bless him.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sergio signing off. Take it easy.
Yeah, in one of his videos, he said people were messaging him, why do you keep doing Sam the Apprentice? They said, well, Sam started it. So anyway, yeah.
I had he was, as you know, we're friends, it's not like it's, there's always a line, isn't there, with these things, is it bullying or is it just banter? And it most certainly is banter. And I had a few companies reach out and go, oh my God. And he was really concerned that it might have come across in a way that perhaps would be derogatory to him. And I was like, 100% not. And it was very funny. But it does mean I have to step up my game now. And I've had all kinds of crazy ideas. But the thing is, Michael's just like brilliant at going, hey, how do we get 3D printing and this into the same thing? So, but it's done a wonder for my channel amongst everything else. That kind of exposure, not just one video but 2 videos, was remarkable. So yeah, good stuff, really good stuff.
Yeah, I just got my SV08 the other day. The community bought it for me. I got donations from people here online, and they sent me enough donation. I acquired $600. I got it ordered. I've got it built, working on the first video. I'm not getting any good prints out of it yet, but I'm still trying to tune it. But it's a nice looking machine. It's very well built. But right out of the box, can you build it and start printing like a madman right away? No, you can't. But it is a nice looking printer. It seems to be well constructed.
Yeah, I think you're going to have problems with it, Jerry. I've got to be honest. I said that from the very beginning. I think Sovor are going in a very bizarre direction. I didn't like the fact that they likened it to Voron. I just don't think things are going in the right direction from them. The Comgrow acquisition, the support for those printers have been poor. And unfortunately, with a lot of Chinese manufacturers, they tend to, bounce from one thing to the next thing, don't support the last thing. There's no 7 years of support that goes on with this stuff now. It's one and done. Throw the one in the pack that you just bought in 6 months' time and buy the new one. It's a throwaway society, unfortunately, which is a real shame because there's a lot of potential there, and I think people are going to take those machines and probably run with them. The multi-head configuration looks great, but it's going to be the community that's going to be championing it. It's not going to be Sovor. Sovor are just going to make the machine and kick it out the door. They're not like an LDO. It's even talking to Jason about the positron, I was really, really impressed with the positron. But it's a hugely expensive piece of equipment for what it is. But like a lot of these things, you don't see LDO putting out mediocre products. You see them putting out really good products. And that community inside of that is just brilliant. But yeah, I wasn't impressed. I didn't get the machine, didn't want the machine. And yeah, I think unfortunately, Jerry, I think you're gonna have problems with that one. But I hope you rectify them and sort them out. But it will be community led, 100%. It'll be community led, which is it's almost like the same as the Ender 3, right? That whole kind of situation. The reason that was so successful and Creality grew was because the fact that the community sort of championed together and pulled together and made that work. And without that community, probably a lot of these companies wouldn't be anywhere. But I think you'll find in the next 2 years, you'll find that a lot of these smaller businesses will probably be going to the wall. I've got the FL Sun in at the minute. The review video hopefully comes out for that tomorrow. That's the T1. Really loud. Just like, I don't know. It boggles my mind that everyone wants to go fast, but they also then, you want a quiet printer in your room, right? You can't physically have that in your room without it blowing your ears out. It's just insane. So there's lots of things there to kind of even up on, but yeah, I personally would steer clear of the SV08. That's my personal opinion on it, but I hope that you have a good time on it, and I hope that you'll get
first 2 prints. It took like 8 or 9 tries. I kept trying to print the bit sheet that's on the SD card. I tried to print all the files. It would do a couple layers and pause. Do a couple layers and pause. I come to find out the filament runout center had a problem. So I took it apart. It has an optical runout center, not a toggle switch. There's something wrong with the little circuit board. So after an hour or 2 later, once I unplug the runout center, it will print and keep printing until it fails because it starts stringing or it won't lay down properly or whatever. But I just got to work the bugs out of it. But in 2024, when you build a printer, it should work out of the box. You shouldn't have to work on it. It should automatically work out of the box.
Yeah.
But the last 2 Creality offers, same thing. Had issues, had bugs. Had
whichever company, any company out there in 2024 should work out of the box. It shouldn't be like 2016. I bought my first CR10, and you're trying to figure out profiles and trying to figure out how to get it to work right.
So here's, let me tell you this real quick, right? I had a message on Instagram from somebody yesterday, and the guy told me, he said, "Hey, I'm really excited about the K2 Plus," and I was like, "Okay, cool, good luck." And he goes, "I've been trying to buy it. I was trying to get it with 20% off. I was trying to get it with 50% off. Hadn't been able to get it. And I was like, oh, okay, you know, what's your kind of thoughts around it? What are you trying to achieve? And he was like, well, I want something that's bigger than 300. He said, I love Creality. I've always had Creality machines. And I was like, right, okay. Then he went on to tell me that he'd just got a credit card specifically for this purchase. And my concern with that is that nobody, and I've said this before, nobody has tested this machine, a machine that's been produced out of the factory, not one that the engineers have cobbled together in a studio somewhere. No one has tested this yet. And there's a lot of people out there taking out loans and borrowing money to afford this stuff. And Creality have a horrible, and I mean a horrible reputation for putting out a printer that doesn't work in the first 6 months, or even ever in some respects. So, you know, people that are clubbing together and pulling money and taking out loans and credit cards and stuff, I just feel like that's really, really bad advice, especially with a company that's got such unfortunately, a dreadful reputation. It's not like a Bamboo where, you know, they've kind of set the standard. You get it out of the box and, you know, most times it works no problem. So, you know, my real concern is people, you know, taking out loans and stuff and to afford this.
Shock. And with Bamboo, I mean, look at their source of engineers, DJI. I mean, DJI, I don't know if you have a drone, but I love my DJI, you know?
Yep.
So,
okay. In Orca Slicer, there were multiple Voron V2 profiles. I just randomly picked one, tried to do a print. My hot end slammed a couple times, and then I said, no, this ain't going to work. So I don't know if I picked the wrong profile, but I have read online that people using Voron V2 profiles in Orca for this printer. So maybe I just picked the wrong one, but I have heard that. I'll have to check the bed dimensions on it, recheck it, but I might have to go that route. But I really like it, and I really appreciate everybody that bought it for me. You guys are awesome. I owe you all hugs. I really like it. I just need to work the kinks out of it so I can finish the video, because I don't want to finish the video and tell you all these things about it and show you 2 benchies and 2 failed prints. So I just need to work the kinks out of it, but I really like the machine. But I just wish it print out of the box like my Bamboo did.
I think what's happened is that Bamboo obviously spent a lot of time and research and A&R or R&D before they released their first product, and it basically changed this industry. And I think a lot of the other companies then tried to rush everything out to keep up with them, and because they knew that the Core XY was a hot commodity, and they're rushing them out too fast. Even Creality rushed out the K1 too fast. I mean, they had issues right off the get-go. So
when Nero first got this printer, he talked about the aluminum plate down below, and it might cut into these wires, and that should be covered. And that was covered. On mine, it's got 2 plastic heavy strips that cover the aluminum 2 places. So they have made a few changes on the release version versus earlier units. So, and the fan wasn't that loud. A lot of people, we got Jason 3DTS popping in. Jason, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, Jason.
And Jason helped me out. When I tried to hook up the Wi-Fi, I had to go edit my SSID and my password on the USB drive, put it in, turn on, boot, and then it would work. Well, it didn't. So after reading online, I went to Aurora Tech's video. I followed her video on what to do. I got that like 80% done, but I was still having some issues. So I contacted my friend Jason. He dropped in the StreamYard, which I mentioned in the video. It took us about 10 minutes, maybe 15. We worked out the bugs, and after 2 tries, we got it right. I just kept missing something right around the tail end of it, and now it works perfectly fine. Either plug it in and it works, or it works wirelessly perfectly fine. So not everybody can simply enter their SSID and password, plug in the USB, and turn it on. That doesn't work for everybody. So
yeah, it was a bit sketchy.
How you been? What's going on? Good to see you. Hey, look, guys, Jason.
That's me.
Wow.
Fresh out of the emergency room.
Oh no! Wow. What happened?
Oh, it's my my 2 trip a month stop by for all the trashed spine that I have. So
yeah, Steven, I've seen that.
Go get the good drugs and get a good night's sleep.
Well, I hope you're okay.
Oh, it's just staving off now what they're calling we've switched the terminology from a spine surgical procedure to a spinal reconstruction. So now that we've gone to that, now, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, guy in my video, I'll have everything on it. And Steven, I have the latest version where Sobol does have 4 profiles, so you don't have to go through the paperwork and edit everything. They got 4 profiles, four types of filament, and I've tried their PLA profile on multiple types of filament that I have, and it ain't working out right. So I've just got to do a little more work on tuning this and that. My Z offset, once I printed the first layer with the circles, it looked good. I left it. I didn't go in and try to fine tune it any further than that. I got to look through the paperwork and see if there's something else I got to do. So I wound up putting nanopolymer adhesive on the bed because some of my first layers don't have enough squish, but I need to set the Z offset. So I'll figure it out.
Stuff. I like nano. Spendy, but.
And everybody says it has a fisheye camera. A fisheye camera looks curved at the edges. It's a little camera, but it's not fisheye. I can clearly see everything in front of me. It's low FPS, but I can clearly see all 4 edges nice and square. They're not rounded. So, yeah, it's got a very clear camera. Low quality, but it works. It's perfect to show a time lapse. You can put an app on your phone. So if I'm in the bedroom at 1 o'clock in the morning and I want to check on my print and I don't want to walk all the way out here to my hobby room, I can pull up the app on my phone and say, yep, it's still printing, go back to bed. So, yeah, it's good. Ray Heathen, what's going on, buddy? How you doing today?
Well, hey, Tim, I haven't talked to you in a while. How you been? Your shop there's looking nice.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've been good. I've been on this one build way too long. I'm looking forward to getting it done. So, but yeah, and I've been trying to get things organized in the shop here a little more than they have been, and trying to decide the future of my channel, what I want to do. So,
well, going on 5-6 years now, you should be there, right? Soon.
Yeah, 4 years actually.
Coming up to
4 years in November.
Only 4 years? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. PPSCF.
Is that new metal filament that Scott's been talking about?
Oh, the one where they printed a bell and it sounds like a bell?
Yeah, I don't know. Sam might be on a different screen.
No, I'm here. I haven't got that yet, but the problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Zach, the Zanny Maker, popping in. What's up, buddy?
Hey, I'm doing fine. Can you hear me all well?
We can.
Yes, we can.
Okay, good to hear.
Go ahead, Sam.
Sorry, the problem I've got is that Polymaker are mostly unable to ship me stuff to the UK. So they've shipped me a pallet of stuff from China. So I've got like a year's worth of filament coming out all in one go. So I don't know what they're going to send me. But hey, Zach, good to see you.
Hey.
How's things?
Oh, I'm just building the next Dreadnought case.
Of course you are.
And we've got Dan popping in, Maker Mind Nexus. Hey, Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Zach, I don't think I've ever met you. How you doing? How's it going?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm just trying to get this next massive build going. Estimated a few kilograms of material.
Very nice. Where do you live at, and what all do you do? I see you got a lot of 3D printers there.
Yeah. So I live in Napney, Indiana, right next to the Rip Rap Festival, Midwest Rip Rap Festival. So.
Oh, nice.
All right.
He's probably got one of the biggest 3D prints I've ever seen in my life, Jerry. The guy is just insane. He would spend a whole year, I suspect, making the next huge dreadnought. Have you got any pictures, Zach? Because honestly, it blew me away. The last 2 years, it's been insane.
I mean, I don't have any right now. I can see if I can grab some. Is there a place I can post it at? Is there a Discord here?
Are they on your computer? You can share a screen if you want.
Hey, by the way,
and I can share them if you can't.
By the way, Mr. Jerry,
yes.
If you just to throw this out there, if everybody goes to my community tab, because he decided to put it on my community tab. If you go there, you can vote. There's 3 ships under the community tab on YouTube. You can vote for whichever one of the 3 ships you like, and he said that's going to be the next ship he's going to print to put on with, or correction, to put at the dock at the tavern. There we go.
Amazing.
So yeah. What's up, Heathen?
Yeah, if you have on your monitor, Zach, you can share a screen down below. It'll say present. You click the present button, and then you pick which screen, and then click share, and then I'll see it and I'll pull it up on screen.
Jerry's really good too about making sure you don't have the adult content on the screen before he shares it, so you'll be safe.
Yeah, don't do anything. It might get me kicked off the internet, or I might come visit you in person.
I mean, the only thing I have is probably like 20 tabs of different 3D printing stuff, but
Okay.
okay, let me see.
You'll be safe then.
Yeah, I didn't recognize your name, but I seen 3D printers in the background, so I popped you in, cut it, and I wasn't sure who you were.
I got one
Oh, yeah.
to share with you.
No, he's all good. He's all good, Jerry. He's all good.
I got one to share with you, Jerry.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Sam will know what that is.
Oh,
wow.
are you doing the full? You doing the full one?
Maybe.
Yeah, I've got that amount printed so far. Now I'm waiting for filament.
Yeah,
That's a giant-
I'm pretty much. I'm exhausted from just that.
That's in your garage, Jason?
Yes.
Oh wow, that's big. And here you want me to share that, Zach?
Yeah, go right ahead.
There you go. You can talk about it. Well, why didn't it full screen? That's strange.
Oh, that one's you, dude. That's amazing. That is beautiful.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is well, this screen is horizontal. Wow, vertical. Sorry. So this is my booth from this year at Merv.
Oh, can't we like make that like better because I can't see it.
There, shoot me some pictures to my email and I'll full screen them.
Okay.
Let's see.
Sure. Let me try switch sides on the screen, see if it will expand it.
Okay. If not, you can email me some. That's better.
That's better.
That's better.
Looks a lot better. Okay. But yeah.
Sorry,
this
just so everybody knows, that's like an 8-foot event table. So to give you an idea of perspective, that thing's sitting on an 8-foot long by 2-foot deep table. So that gives you an idea of how large it is. And when I stood next to it, a lot of you have seen me in person. You know I'm 6'2". And when I stood next to that thing, I believe the tavern was still taller than I was.
Are you 6'2"?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 6'2".
That's
Yeah, I'll tell you
castle.
guys, to call this thing impressive is a lack of using a much better word for sure.
Wow.
I'm telling you, to walk past it, something that big, and from every angle, from every corner, in every window, the detail is there, the color is there, the dimension is there. It is simply amazing to just walk. I don't get up and walk around much at Murph, but I probably walk around this table 3 or 4 times because you don't see it all the first time you walk by.
You don't. Jerry,
Getting there was a bitch.
yeah, Jerry, make Zach bigger real quick. If you would, please.
It's not that kind of show.
well then. Yeah, this is about 3% of the next build.
Oh
Wow.
It looks like an Oompa Loompa wig.
It does.
Put it on. Put it on.
Why do we all know that?
Because we're all madmen here.
Okay.
But yeah, no, this is part of the next dreadnought
Wow.
build. Well, one of the 4
I gotta ask
dreadnoughts.
though. I gotta interrupt and ask, what was it like transporting that?
So I let's just say the car. I have a RAV4. I fit everything inside there in one trip.
Oh,
It
wow.
was terrifying with so much bubble wrap.
Wow.
A
Yeah,
RAV4.
Wow. I don't know what's
yeah,
more
he-
amazing that your prints
Those are like
are
little-
amazing, or that you
little
fit it all in a
tiny
RAV4.
Those are tiny. Those aren't very big cars.
RAV4.
No.
Holy crap.
Yeah, and I
It's
transported
miniature
the
Jeep.
dreadnought. Yeah.
Like if you put 4 wheels on that castle, it's the size of your RAV4.
Yeah, no kidding.
You got it in the car.
Damn.
Yeah.
That
I'm
reminds
happy-
me of like somebody delivering a wedding cake.
I don't know. I'd be
I
more
would like
concerned
this
that the
as a
print
wedding
would fall
cake.
than the cake. That's for sure.
Yeah, Zach, after the stream, when I pick a thumbnail for my YouTube, I'll pick one where you're on it so we can see what
Okay,
everybody can see you there.
Yeah, no, I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice job,
cool.
by the way. Very nice.
Thank you.
How many printers do you have that you're currently running that you use?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Wow.
11 and a half?
All right.
11
Half
and a
one's
half.
kind of like an experimental one.
You're frozen, by the way, too. Your video
Okay,
froze.
Oh, Zach.
Yeah, I saw that. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, that's weird. Yeah, let me look that up.
I remember having 11 printers. What a hassle.
Yeah, no kidding.
I didn't want to downside. I mean, I did. I needed to, and I found like just the printers that are behind me are enough, at least for now.
Yeah, the ones you currently use is what you should have. If then anything extra,
Yeah.
donate them, get rid of them, or whatever.
You know, the
You'll probably-
bamboos run, and you know the rat rig's good for anything bigger.
I had to sacrifice the rat rig.
What?
Oh, did
Why?
you really?
No,
I
you
got rid of
no.
I needed the space. Yeah,
In that
the long-
whole giant basement, you needed space.
Oh yeah, I do. Trust me. There's things going on that I can't discuss, but I needed some space.
Okay. And you had the whole custom table your brother built and everything and welded and all that, right?
Yeah. Well, the table's being put to good use. It's holding my
Alright.
Voron 2.4 and my K1.
Mm.
But yeah, no, it's okay. It's got a good home. It's in the city. I can go
So-
visit her anytime I want.
There
Vague
you are.
question, and I'll accept vague answers. Is it
Yep,
being
we got
replaced with another printer, 3D
No.
printer? Okay.
No.
Hey, Tim, speaking of
Yeah.
rat rig, have you spoken to Dave Wilson lately?
Not in a while. No, he's been pretty quiet.
He
Because
was,
I know he did have like some type of cancer he's dealing with.
yeah.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah,
Yeah, he seemed like
I
such
must
a
reach
nice
out to him
guy.
soon.
I talked to him a couple times. He's a really nice guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
he's
popped
one of
on
those-
my.
He's got a really nice setup.
Oh yeah, he popped on my stream the other day. He hung out for a while and chatted with everybody. It was good to see him.
Yeah, he's a
Good.
generous guy. He's great.
Yes, very much so.
I hope all is well with him.
Oh, I thought you were going to show something.
I mean, these are just more parts to the machine or to the dreadnought.
How do you like to join them? Use glue, super glue, epoxy? What do you usually use?
Oh,
to glue
super
everything together?
glue all the way. What I do that all these actually have little alignment holes,
Yeah.
and then I put a. Let me get this guy out. I probably can't focus. A stainless
Okay.
steel rod in
Metal
between
can.
all of them. I'm just dry fitting right now, but I'll just sand all these. I'll take a detail sander, just go over all of this, and then what I'll do then make sure everything fits, and then use super glue or no, well, not super glue, super glue. No, 3D glue.
3D glue. All right. I used 3D glue for my 7-foot xenomorph alien, and after a few months, it broke at the waist, landed on my dog, and I had to epoxy the waist back together to the upper body. But it took like 36 rolls of filament.
Hey Zach, with you, glooping the parts together, which is typically really really strong, are stainless pins? Do they add any benefit to it? I mean, do they add some shear strength to that point, or it's just for
Yes.
alignment? Really, when you're setting it up, can you use a plastic pin as well, or why did you choose stainless? I guess I meant. Oh, that's big.
So essentially, when you do 3D glue in these pins, I usually will slather these up,
Right.
and when I put in there, it melts that plastic around the pin, and then when you connect each of them together, it adds a much stronger strength. I mean, yeah, of course the group's not going to break, but
Right.
this is going to add a friction point where it's not going to allow that point to break. But also, it helps me align the parts much easier.
Gotcha.
So when I'm
Oh
putting,
yeah, having alignment pins for sure help. Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
never
good
tried
thing to
pins.
start.
I've tried dowels occasionally, but a lot of times they're a pain. I just don't. I just line up by hand. But
Zach, what did you use to make your parts? You know, to divide everything up. Were you using like Luvan?
so funny enough, the amazing company that I'm a merchant with, Arcane Minis, they do all of it.
Yeah, Arcane, I've heard that they do a lot of good stuff, and that, like their pre-supported stuff's really good. Their split stuff's really good. Yeah.
So wait. So you're saying they chip up all the parts for you, and all you gotta do is print them? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Yep.
Wow.
They Arcane, they're on their 4th campaign, Moonsoon, right now.
Yeah.
Which is absolute. They've raised what, 36,000? No, 336.
take care, free heathen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched a little interview somebody did with them and about their process of when they develop a model and then go through the process of testing and supporting. They're pre-supported and they're pre-sliced and they're pre-cut up, and what they put out, they've done probably 20, 30 times before they tell you it's even, Kickstarter for you to try or buy or invest in or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They're really good, and the models are really nice. I haven't printed any. It's not my kind of stuff, but they look really good.
And before I go, I'd like to do at least one large one. I don't know how large, but at least one. And I mean go, like in, see ya, I'm out this planet.
I am planning going to Earth this year, so.
Cool.
Yeah. Zachary and I are going to talk at some point this weekend and see if we can hammer out details to make it easy for both of us to get there, since it would be an adventure otherwise on our own. So, yeah.
Actually, I'd like to make a robot, like a Rosie robot.
Yeah.
Do one, 3D printed robot.
Are we thinking like a droid, a pit droid?
Just something to clean my
Johnny
shit.
5. Johnny 5.
Oh,
Yeah,
you'll
hey,
die
how you
before you
doing?
finish that.
Yes.
And then the cost too. That's a very expensive droid, from what I've heard.
It is very expensive.
Yeah.
Number 5.
Static, not so bad, but if you want him moving, yeah, that one's.
Yeah, I'd love
What?
to be able to build a robot that could actually talk and walk around and do stuff. But
Take over
I
for
think-
you on the streams, yeah. What?
I mean, who's had the smart, the duck? What, they had the dog, they had the robot, that was about this tall. God, what was the name of that company that made them? But it was like
Boston
a Robbie
Dynamics.
the robot. Yeah, something like. No. I'm talking about like a $70 toy.
Oh.
It had a remote to, I think, Wowie Toys or something like that. But it was a little robot, had a little head. I mean, small head. But you could do all kinds of things with it. It walked, it talked a little, it grunt.
Oh,
And then
by the way,
they also had the RC dog. Remember the dog that did all kinds of things?
Spot.
The little, robotic puppy.
Was
The
it
video-
real?
It's
I'm talking a long
based
time
on
ago.
how the Boston Dynamics dog looks, but there's little kits and stuff. Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah.
the videos that you've seen on YouTube in the past where the guy's kicking the robot, it has the gun and shooting at targets. That's all CGI and
That's
fake.
CG, yeah.
But a lot of people think that's real. Just like big time wrestling, people used to think wrestling is real. It's big boys
Yes.
playing really rough, but they're not. It's not real. You want real?
Ketchup
Watch
packets.
UFC is real, but the robot with the gun and shooting and they're kicking him and all that, it's all CGI.
And man did land on the moon.
Yeah, okay.
No, we just went and watched that climbing to the moon. We know it's not real.
Universal Studios. But anyway. Take care, Montana Maker. Thank you very much for coming by. Thank you, sir. I think personally, with based on the income that I have and 3D printing and the technology, I think one of these days I'll probably have a 3D printed robot head with moving eyes that can talk, where you can hook up like an Alexa or something to it, and you could actually talk to it, and it can look at you and move its mouth around. that is possible, but anything bigger than that would be too expensive.
You
I
mean
know
to
there are
replace?
things, there are
Is that
things
to
out there
replace you on stream or no?
that replace me. Yeah.
There's always hope.
Sorry, Jerry, I couldn't resist.
You can do that stuff, Jerry. It's year after year. That kind of stuff is becoming more. I don't want to say it is becoming more affordable, but for a lot of normal people, that threshold varies, right? But attainable, I guess. As they're making cheaper parts, and China clones more stuff, and Temu and AliExpress, and you can get things for reasonable price and for some over periods of time. You add to it, you build to it, and you can do things like the distance sensors and the voice, the speech recognition. You can add all that time. It's time investment in the programming and getting it right, but you can. It's not a $20,000 project anymore. Like you might.
And look where we are with pies. We're at the Pi 5 already.
Yeah. And those what are the other ones? The orange boards, orange something. Those are doing pretty
orange
good.
Pie.
Orange
You
pie.
got the orange pie, banana pie, raspberry pie.
Uh-huh.
I got a question about my Ozbot camera. Right now, my color looks good, but if I move it all, as everybody's always noticed, the colors go completely crazy. Then when I stop moving, they settle down and it focuses back in.
Oh, weird. Okay, I've not noticed that.
Let's see. They get up and move around. Anyway, here's my Sobel SB08 right here.
Oh, the lighting changes.
Right.
Yeah.
He's going to have
the auto. It's the auto exposure changing. So it just takes us. And that's one of the things about I found with the Ozbot is that it takes a few seconds to settle the focus and the exposure.
Okay. Okay, guys, I'm going to drop. If you're watching on Twitch, let's do a drop.
Oh, you want a drop? Okay.
Yeah.
Can I come up yet?
No.
Don't fall down your floor drain, Tim.
Oh, here I got a DeWitt right here. Here's a Tim logo.
Oh, look at that! Cool.
Yeah. Oh, it bounces.
That's my old logo.
Yeah, if I stream more just on Twitch, we do this all the time, and people on YouTube are probably going, "What's this?"
I've never hit 100 on that.
People enjoy it. We currently have 35 people watching, 14 on YouTube and 21 on Twitch. Thank you, everybody. Please follow, subscribe on Twitch. It's free. I'd really appreciate it. Always trying to grow my channel and become more than I am.
Hey Jerry, I've got to shoot. Unfortunately, I've got a couple of things I need to get done, so I'm going to run. But nice to see you all, and I'll catch you again soon.
Keep up the great work, my friend.
Thanks, man.
Take care, Sam.
Bye, Sam.
Leave our sign alone. Our Hollywood sign.
Yeah, we'll see about
that. Stay crazy.
Thanks.
All right.
Yeah, his videos have been great. Yeah. And then, Tim, what time do you stream every Sunday?
5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And if you didn't win some Polymaker today, you can win some on my stream tomorrow.
Cool.
Can I win some on your stream tomorrow?
Hmm?
Can I win some on your stream tomorrow?
Yes, absolutely.
You promise?
I can't promise you can win. I can promise you can enter.
I thought we were friends. See?
Well,
can't trust the Canadians.
Maybe I'll have to fix it for you because I'm going to be asking you some questions maybe when I go to when I go to configure software for a Tri-Zero.
I'm not too proud to cheat.
How many weeks does it take to put a Barbie printer together?
Well, it depends on how many hours a week you're going to build on it and do on it. It's taken me a while, but it's think about it. There's no specific instructions because not only did I do a 0.1 to a 0.2 to a Tri-Zero to a box zero, so it's been a challenge. And then with this little hot end probe thing, and I can't get this stupid fan in there to stay still. But anyways, that's okay.
Jose already gave away the Polymaker.
What hot end probe?
It's the it's called the what's that probe called that I used? Anyway, it's basically a. I'll show you
Is
what
it
the
the
probe looks like.
beacon or one of those?
No. This is the. It's just like a simple, cheap
Pinda,
homemade
Super
touch
Pinda,
probe.
Mega Pinda.
Uh,
Oh, it's like the little clicky ones.
It's the probe is built right into here, and basically what happens is pressure on the nozzle.
Oh, okay. I know the one you're talking.
Flexes
Yeah, I can't remember
plastic
the name.
slightly. Yeah, I don't remember the name of it, but it works.
Yep.
Seems to work pretty good in theory, and it seems to be. I'll just see though if the nozzle kills the bed
Yeah.
first time I put it on. But yeah, that's the probe right up in here.
Somebody will probably hit it in chat.
I just can't get this fan. This fan, there's too much play in it. It keeps slipping. I may have to take it apart and just glue this fan in or something. So
I did have a clog one time on the SB08, and I had to take off the hot end with the heater block on it, unplug everything off the board, and there's a little tiny speck of filament right in the top of it that I couldn't shove all the way through. I mean, it was barely nothing. It was so tiny. And once I got that out of the way, put it back together, and then I could feed filament through it.
So it's not called the tap?
No, it's called the.
That's a different one.
Yeah, no. Damn, I wish I remembered the name of it.
I haven't been keeping up with.
One of my subscribers on my stream mentioned it to me. I looked it up and said it's real easy. You print a piece of plastic, you trim a couple wires, put a couple grub screws in, and boom, you have a tap light probe. So
okay.
Matter of fact, I'm going to see if it's still working.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get.
It's easy. 4 days later, and
you can make it with stuff you already have in your shop. So let's just see if it still works. I should have a connection as it is.
Zach, I live in Las Vegas. I've been doing live streams like this for like 3 years now. And YouTube channel. I got a Facebook group, 3D HP, 3D printing and painting. I'm retired from construction 11 years ago. And the first thing that happened when I retired from working 6 or 7 days a week is I ate too much and I gained a lot of weight. So anyway, and I just turned 60 back in June. But I'm in the laser, CNC, resin, 3D printing, a little bit of anything and everything.
Okay.
I've got too many hobbies.
There's never too many hobbies. It's just a solution to boredom.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Oh, that should have stuck. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, no.
Hey,
Mr. Diesel, did you get your filament in the mail yet?
It works.
It works. Yeah.
That's cool.
Nice.
Okay.
Good.
Anybody else? Nobody else? Nobody knows what it's called? Oh man. Well, I don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
Not yet? Okay. Yeah, Sean said they were sending it out, so with Sean with Polymaker, he verified you, and then I was checking for Derek. But when I have my stream next week, if you still haven't got it, then I'll ask him again. But it should be in the mail. That's what they always say, right? Checks the mail.
I googled it. The only thing that comes up is Boron tap.
Okay, I'll find
Jerry, another thing too, I don't know if you saw that the Tor was having problems with his SV08 where they printed a bunch of the internal parts in PLA.
Yeah, and then we put the enclosure on it. It was getting too hot. I thought it was just mainly the cable chain he was having trouble with.
There was a couple parts. I don't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, there was some cable chain parts. There was some sagging because, again, PLA is not meant for high temp, and then they sell it with an enclosure as an option. What are you going to do with an enclosure?
And Sobel on their Facebook group, they realized there was a problem there, and they're correcting it on the cable chains. But that doesn't correct it for the people that already have them.
That should have been a little bit of a thought going forward. They've been in 3D printing for how long and have known that PLA is not meant. You know, I'm not trying to criticize Sobel, but I'm just pointing out something that should have been not even had to have been a thought. You know, it should have been.
First thing I tried to print was a top cap, and I was going to use PLA because most of it is outside. And here's how my prints went. I woke up the next morning, it's like, what the hell?
Oh.
But the rest of it looks great until it got near the top, and then it's not.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems to me it's printing perfectly fine until it's not. What in the hell would cause that? Why did that happen?
Is that on the
If it had
Soho?
if it's yeah, my SV08. If it the filament is it's black, it's from TH3D that I got, but if the temperature is wrong, then why is the rest of it perfect? And then all of a sudden it clogged and it's not.
Did you? Yeah, I was just going to ask. Did you get a clog? It's usually
Well, yeah, that's one thing.
there's
first thing.
And
There was
see
a-
my camera done that again.
Yeah,
Mm.
there's a guy on TikTok that I follow that has an SV08. Didn't even have it 12 hours. Bought it, put it together, and started printing PETG with it, and has had nothing but problems. The first nozzle he got clogged within the first print, so he took it out and swapped it for the second nozzle he bought. When he bought the printer, he bought a whole, because you can't buy just a part, so he bought a whole other hot end, swapped it out, and had the same problem. And within 12 hours, he's already done with it. He's like, I don't know what to do.
It came with a second nozzle, but I haven't had a reason to put it in yet. But I have had a few clogs, and I have to, sort them.
Yeah, Tooling Lee. Thank you, Kaz. Yeah,
Tooling
Tooling Lee on TikTok.
So Tim, inside that tool head, is there a micro switch like an Omron like you'd use for an end stop?
No,
It's
there
a different
is
thing.
what
Oh, this is
happens.
it.
You put in a couple little set screws that touch each other as the plastic flexes.
Oh, and then it makes connection.
And it makes connection. So they're touching just very slightly right now, making a connection. And when the nozzle pressure gets put on, it breaks that connection.
That's cool. I like stuff like that where you don't have to go out and buy somebody's brand part or whatever.
This was 4 set screws and some wire and a print. But right now it only works with
the $1 hot end probe. Nice.
Right now it only works with the Dragon, but he says that the Revo Voron is likely next. So, but I'm sure that anybody could probably redesign this to fit to fit any hot end. It's just all a matter of these little thin pieces that print in here with the bridging or what's giving you the flex, right?
Yeah, I haven't PID tuned it yet.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's yeah.
Do they recommend a material for printing that for wear? Or I mean, it probably doesn't have to move much.
No, very little movement. I just did it at a PLA, so we'll see how that works.
In your hot end? Well, yeah. I mean,
no. Oh, sorry. No, it's a PLA or is it ABS that I did? Sorry, it's ABS.
Oh,
it's the same ABS I used for the accent color.
That's cool. I don't have any desire to build another Voron.
No, just these ones. These are just Vorons I had kicking around, the zeros, so I needed to upgrade them. So I thought, why not do something that's going to challenge me, right?
Yeah,
so
like I have a V0 frame. I've got a 2.4 bed. I've got random stuff to build stuff, and it's not enough to build one. But my daughter, she's been wanting. I'm glad she's not here now to see that you built the pink one because she'd be clawing me to death to get started on it.
Kitty cam.
Yeah, I'm almost done with my building days. I would build a positron though if I got the opportunity, but that's about it.
Yeah, I've got a roll of Sunlu Pet G black coming today. I'm going to try to reprint one of those brackets for the top in Pet G. I'm going to do 1, not 2, but I'll PID tune it before I try it.
Yeah, I'm printing since I don't want to say the name, Lego has gone through and wiped everybody off the internet. I've had people reach out to me and ask me to make them for them because they can't get them now. So that's my in between doctor's visits.
Jerry, you see the question in chat?
What?
See the question in chat?
From which one?
Hey, it's Tor.
Yeah, I've seen that.
The motor is overheating for extruder as well.
Oh, that could be a thing. Might be voltage issue.
I'll PID tune it and I'll double check my Z offset and do everything that I should be doing that I don't typically do when I get a new printer, and then try to figure it out from there.
Can you get into the Clipper profile?
Yeah, pull it up on my screen. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Yeah, you
why
might
we-
want to look through that and see, especially if that motor's overheating, it might be overvolted.
I'm so new to Clipper. Why can you help me out with Clipper like a year ago or
Yeah.
8 months ago with the Hypercube? I got it set up on the Hypercube, and then I stopped working on it, and I went on to another hobby, and it sat. So I know how to look around in Clipper, but I haven't done anything with Clipper.
Well, just mess me, especially now that I'm retired. So, I got a little more time, so I can help you out more often.
Okay. All right.
What a nice guy.
Hey, no need for name calling.
Okay, what a sweetie. As you said.
Royal Nomi, hello. How are you doing today?
Says
Hope
the
you're
guy
doing
Royal
well.
Nomi.
Royal Nomi. It's set to, what did it say? It's set to 0.8 for the rest. Well, I don't know what motor it is, but that doesn't sound high.
Yeah, I messaged Tor on Facebook, and he don't usually get on Facebook, and so, it's kind of hard to get a hold of. If I want to try to get a hold of him when he's not working, if I want to ask him a question, I'm not sure what's the best way to do it.
Oh, I mean, there's a million people you can ask,
I hear they're beeping.
Voltage guru.
I really need a good new camera for if I'm going to start
Hey,
doing
West 21,
YouTube.
how you doing today? Gonna jump on a horse?
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead,
was
Charlie.
going to get. Now I'm getting anxious to
36
get my
millimeter
gear.
14.8. That shouldn't be running hot at 0.8, Tor. I mean, it's not a. I mean, you probably could maybe drop it down to 0.7. But
I'm checking to see what I got it set at on my Rook. So give me a minute for that to power up, and I'll take a look and see what I'm
Take care,
currently
Jack.
running.
Sorry, I didn't hear you say goodbye.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming
I
on.
mean, that's pretty close to. Let me see what I've got on my. Shoot, I don't even remember what the little round one. I forget what it's called.
There he is. There you are.
Whoa.
Zach, your mic came in hot.
How about now? Is it better?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not wearing headphones. Just headphone guys go whoa. This came in kind of loud. Fuzzy.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm still trying to get everything situated because this whole going online and is a newer thing for me. I just started this year, maybe like 3 months ago.
I used to get really nervous when I went online. My first live stream took me forever to do it, and I was really nervous when I started the stream, and it's no biggie. Just hang out and talk to the camera.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, hey Jerry, my on my rat rig, I have a 36 mil extruder motor, but so I've got mine set to 0.7 amps instead of 0.8. Might help. I don't know.
Tor, I'm running 0.7.
That might even be like what?
Wow. That 3%, another 3%?
This is probably like 2%.
Holy crap.
Yeah, these ships are freaking huge. Tim, if Zachary and I can make it to 3D Printtopia East Coast Rep Fest, formerly known as, you should really try to make it good, sir, because you got to see
I
these
am
in person.
I'm really making an effort for 2025.
Well, I want to see you in 2024. That's all I'm
What are you
saying.
measuring?
So now I got to get my passport so I can go to Canada.
There you go.
The length of this print.
I thought he was measuring for the back of his rab.
Holy crap.
Like, this is the size of the dreadnought, this one that I'm building right now.
Yeah.
52 inches. Like, the sheer size of this, and it's just mind-blowing.
Where do you keep it all? Like, I don't have, like, my garage is, I don't know, it's got 3.5 droids in there. One of them's not even going to live here. Maybe 2 of them.
So, I live in a 2-bedroom apartment.
I don't know
Wow.
how you do it. With a cat.
2 cats and a dog.
Oh my god.
Let me get the dog. Hey, Mocha.
It's pretty dark where I'm at right now, but the webcam, there's a webcam on it.
Not bad.
That don't look fisheye at all. It looks fine. It's just small. And it's on the flying gantry, so it goes up with the gantry.
Wish one would hurry up and get delivered.
Oh wow, Tori, you're saying most of those motors run 0.3 to 0.5? Huh. Well, I mean, I guess that's your Tridents run at 0.3.
Wow, the light.
Doggy!
Yeah, I could see him doing it.
Like, give me a bone, Dad. Give me a treat.
You really don't have to pull a lot, I guess. So.
Her and I went on like a 2-hour walk today, so. Okay.
She's a little wore out now, huh?
Yeah.
I know if mine's set at 0.7, it was probably in the documentation for the hot end or for the extruder. For the God, I haven't built anything in so long. I don't even remember what the name of the damn extruder is. What's the little round ones with the little flat bottoms that we all use now? No,
Pancake?
The name of the extruder.
Oh, the name of it. Is that the oh shoot. I put 2 in.
Too many good drugs lately. Yes.
LGX Lite.
No, it's not an LGX. It's the other, like LDO sells it.
The Orbiter.
Orbiter. The Orbiter 2. Yeah, that's what I have. The Orbiter 2. I think that's an Orbiter or an Orbiter. It's an Orbiter 1 or 2. It's been on there a little while. I threw it on because I had the LGX Lite on there, but when I did the partial of the 3 to the 3.1 upgrade on the rat rig, I changed the hot end over, or the tool head assembly to whatever they had modeled for the new one.
My internet blinked out, but I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh, were you gone?
Yeah,
Say
blinked
something,
out.
Jerry?
Everybody froze. Yeah, everybody froze. My internet blinked out.
Your audio sync is off.
Okay.
Sweet.
That didn't matter.
He's auditioning for Kung Fu movies.
Yeah.
Polarity on a probe doesn't matter, does it? No.
Okay.
So,
God, remember those Kung Fu?
That's irritating when your TV does it. You're watching the news or a movie and it syncs off. It's like, it happens. Modern technology.
where do we go? We are all wired. Oh, hot end.
Still got 35 people watching. Now we got 25 on Twitch and 10 on YouTube.
Wow, Twitch is growing.
Yeah, today we've had, I think, more on Twitch than YouTube, but it depends who else is on doing what. So, but I'm always here at 12 o'clock, 12 p.m. Pacific every Saturday, live on YouTube and Twitch. And the more the merrier, but with more people on screen, sometimes we step on each other talking and kind of runs into a mess.
I don't want you stepping on me.
And then whenever I get a guest in, I have to talk over everybody to bring them in so they're not waiting forever in a back room.
My bad.
No, it's fine.
That's an old CV term, stepped on.
That's life in the party stream.
If there's anything anybody ever wants to talk about and I didn't pull screen you, let me know and I will, because I'm just going based on what I see, who's doing something, and maybe you want to show it. It's like, I don't want you to irritate and leave because you weren't able to talk about a certain thing. Just let me know. That's why we're here.
So Tim, I know you do prints for your business. What are you going to do for larger models that people commission you for? Do you have a plan? I know if you don't want to say your secret.
I've only ever needed that 500 millimeter size for one customer so far.
That big building model that you did? Was it that?
Yeah, but and the people I sold it to, they believe me, they got a steal. Okay. And they have a studio. They make movie set artwork and everything. They have a massive studio in Calgary. And he said to me when he picked it up, really nice guy. He said, if you ever need any prints, just get a hold of me. And
Oh,
he
that's
says,
nice of him.
so
Good,
yeah, so I have that option, right?
Oh, I got a
So
delivery.
the amount of times I needed 500 millimeters, it wasn't worth keeping around and you know, the maintaining it, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
and
like
I've got my,
Mhm.
huh? I got my 300 Voron, which has served me well. And
Yeah.
most of 90% of the stuff I do fits on the rat rig or the Trident or something, right? So,
Mhm. Yeah,
know.
like I keep this one mainly because, well, you know, you're 250 right on the bamboos, and they're good
Yeah,
and they're quick and they're easy, and there's all that,
yeah,
and there's three of them and they can run out multiple stuff. But sometimes I just, like right now it's doing a helmet. You can't, not all helmets can be done in one piece on the bamboo. So if they did
right.
a 350, that would be like one of those bamboos would just go away. I would put that in between, and then that would probably be a slow death for the rat rig unless I started doing more larger droids again. But I run out of
Yeah.
space so quick that you know, what am I gonna do with them?
This is a part. One of my customers is Amazon Canada, and this was just a test print, and we did 50 of these, and I charge $9 a piece for this, and
Nice.
you can probably figure out what it is. It screws onto the side of their computer so that the USB cable can't be yanked out. And so and then last week I just did a run of about 40 different parts for their internal parts for their printers. So obviously they have printer parts that wear out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's ongoing stuff, and that's just for Amazon in the West. I'm trying to break into the Eastern Canada Amazon and hopefully get some work from them. So,
And here's a question about 3D work. I was waiting for Jerry to come back because this comes to my head once in a while. I keep forgetting to ask.
mhm.
Okay, we've got all this gig work. You know, we got, you know, with cars, deliveries, and all this other stuff. Why can't we come up with gig work
Oh,
for 3D, laser, and all that to where if you need some work, but you're not really good at getting customers, but you can send it into a website and do 3D printing or laser work, 3D, you know, gig work. Why don't we have
Isn't
a
that
site like that yet?
put yourself on Fiverr, right? And you know, find people that want to pay $5-10 or whatever to print something. I mean, nobody's
Put
going to
yourself
pay me
on
$5 to print a helmet. I'm not going to do it, but
put yourself on what?
Fiverr.
it's Fiverr. It's called Fiverr. You just put your service out there, and they pay you $5, $10. I think it's Fiverr because it's like most
Oh,
things
hell
start at
no.
$5 or
Not
something like that.
$5, no.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, you
No,
put
it's just
I
there,
know.
but you can
you
build
set your price. Yeah, you can
Right.
set your price, what you're
Right.
willing to take for, you know,
Certain
based on
things.
size of print. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
And,
okay.
you know, like,
So it's not stuck at 5. Okay.
no,
No, if it's like that green thing that Tim showed, you know, if you wanted to do it, if you wanted to undercut him at $5, you could do it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying do it, but
Yeah, because just, you know, just my CO2.
Go ahead, Pat. What are
my
we looking
CO2
at?
and this, you know, my CO2 and that galvo back here, you know, that's $14,000. You
mhm.
know, and that's not a lot. You know, because just, you know, with an American-made laser, you know, CO2, you're talking just for one 25. You know, an American-made CO2.
Go ahead, Zach.
Okay, so this is actually something I'm doing for Aspen Dental. My main job is I'm a dental lab technician,
Nice.
and a few doctors got with me because I work for several different offices, and they're wanting me to do advertisements for them. So I'm doing 6 of these per office for quite a few different offices for 25 each.
nice.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, see, and that's like a, I mean, it's
This is
an easy print,
holder?
right, to do. You got a low risk of failure on something like that, and you can knock them out pretty good.
What is that? A business card holder?
Yep, business card and a review scan.
They're scanned.
The
Yeah.
QR thing. Yeah.
Of course, if you're only doing one, the price would go up. But since you're doing a lot of them, you can afford to drop it to 25 and still make your profit.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
And there are, let me count, let's walk this up in 8 offices doing these. And each of them are asking for 6.
That's 48 pieces. That's good money.
Yeah.
offices.
Have you printed any up yet? That's your demos.
Oh, this is already out.
Okay.
Yeah, these are already in the offices. I just remember this from a few weeks ago.
So you're
That's
just
great.
giving ideas.
See, the thing is, you can go into places and sell people what they don't know they need in something like this. You could approach other dental offices and say, look, what we did for Aspen Dental, and we can do the same for you. It's all a matter of selling the product, because there's a lot of people out there that don't know what you can do with 3D.
Yeah.
I just got to be
they'll pay for
careful.
it.
I just got to be careful going to other offices because I am employed by Aspen, so it's like.
Okay, yeah, well that makes sense.
Yeah.
But do verticals. Like, it doesn't have to be a dentist. Go to a lawyer's.
Yeah.
Go to a doctor's office or clinics, or any verticals that have to do with that kind of an office where people actually walk in for appointments.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, because like the good driver for this is, look, you don't have to keep buying your brochures that nobody reads and throws in the garbage. You don't have to store them anywhere. People are more likely to just walk up and scan it if they're interested to see the other services you have, and it's going to last forever. You're never going to run out. The front desk isn't going to forget to put them out. Reduce your fire hazard of things that are burning in the office. You can throw all this stuff at them, and it's a one-time purchase versus a recurring charge for printing services for paper. Sorry, Tim. I know you do that too.
No, that's okay. Believe me, I'm in the business and I know all about that. But yeah, bastard. I mean, that's very true.
Yeah. Then anything you try to sell, Kenny, make sure you've done a bunch of test prints. You can nail whatever it is you're advertising.
And the other thing about that too is nice, especially if you're, like Tim says, you drive it locally in the offices or spaces that are near you. You bring it out, you set it up, you talk to them about what else you got going on. The people that are in the waiting room see you bringing in 3D printed stuff, and maybe coach one of their customers for something you do.
I mean, my main office in the South Bend location, there are 3D prints all over because of me, because a lot of the DAs and the doctors are like, hey, can you make this? Can you make that? I'm like, yeah, sure. And they're giving me a little bit of business from that. So I'm just selling little prints like from Cinderwing 3D.
Yeah, her stuff's really eye-catching.
Yeah. But I've also made stuff for the dental chairs that are certified, which I'm happy about.
Wow. Yeah, I think the next thing I get onto doing, I want to do. I know some of you might have seen Sam's little electric trikes.
Yeah.
The ones that were at Murph this year?
Yeah. So I know he's on, I think, his third. They're on like D3, and then they're going to be making some more, because they, especially at Murph, found a lot of room for improvement.
Jason's made a lot of droid stuff. Jason has a lot of Star Wars droid stuff he's built.
I wanted to ride one of those. Oh, sorry.
Picture of his hobby room.
Yeah, that's all that really fits in here. Most of the stuff's out somewhere else. But the larger droids, R2 and the B1s, the pit droids, the rabbit catchers. What else is in the garage? I don't even know. Oh, my daughter's got the R2 Katie. It's not a Fools, it's a mini, but
that froze again.
She likes driving that one around.
Yeah, so far, Zach, I think you froze.
I need to get a new camera because it keeps freezing. Like,
well, here's a look at it, guys. Frozen. You get a good look.
Let me restart that. Oh, got it. Yeah, I definitely need
See you later, PC Van. Fleet. Van Fleet.
Later, PC.
Have a great day,
Yeah.
PC. Thank you.
Jerry, the backpack printer stripped down. So
Oh wow.
for those who saw it at Rocky Mountain, this is the King Room KP3S that Mitch built with Sliceworks. And because it's not the format he likes, he was like, hey, it's just collecting dust. Do you want it? You're going to have to get some parts for it. And I was like, sure. So far I took it, added clipper, and I'm waiting. I have some low voltage battery regulators that should be coming in Tuesday, and then I have to acquire $250 to get the batteries and the and a charger for it, so I can go back to being backpack.
Yeah, thank you for telling me that so that in your live stream, I didn't realize that when I was in Orca Slicer, when I went add profiles, when I clicked on Polymaker and everything and hit it, I was just looking at a generic page that's built in, and if they're not in the back end, nothing's going to happen. Which did, nothing happened.
Yeah, it's this one thing I wish that when you would tell it when you're selecting a printer and selecting all filaments, that it would automatically add that printer to those profiles, but it doesn't. So it's like on the back end, those profiles have to be told to work with that specific printer. So it's a pain, and I haven't dug into it that much. Like I said, I usually just cheat, and I'll load up 2 instances of it, and I'll look at a printer that those profiles do work with, and I'll just recreate them and save them. It's lazy, I know, but yeah.
And I assumed when I built the phone that everything was perfect, and when I decided to print something, it would just print. But I've been chasing profiles for Polymaker that aren't out there yet, thinking that would solve the problem, but I haven't PID tuned it. There's a lot of things I haven't done to it that might be affecting it. When I assumed you build it, you turn it on, it's just going to work like everything else has for a very long time.
Not yet.
Anyway.
By being one of the first people to get one, you are the beta group.
Okay, we're going to reshare a screen here. Let's make him bigger, and he isn't frozen, and that looks pretty killer.
So this is actually what the headset's on to. Which, let me see if I can do a dry fit.
You put blue tape on it. I use duct tape when I glue things together.
I had duct tape and I ran out of duct tape.
Oh. I got the big alien, and I was having trouble gluing it, putting it together, and using tape to hold it.
That thing is massive.
And then a lot of my joints with gloop, I didn't get my joints tight enough, and a lot of them broke on me. Because even though I had a lot of gloop on, some of the gloop was thick, some of the gloop was runny. So
that's why I use steel pins. That enforces those joints. Doggone it, it froze again. My whole thing just crashed.
Yeah, Zachary, I would recommend, good sir, that you maybe run OBS and use the virtual cam. That might help.
Run OBS and
OBS Studio.
Yeah, OBS Studio. You download that. That's what a lot of us use to stream with. And you can turn on what's called virtual cam. Then it allows you, if your cameras die, you can usually just go in and tell them to disable, re-enable, and sometimes that'll bring them back.
What is it called? OBS Studio?
Yeah, it's OBS Studio. It's a broadcasting software. You can see it on Tim's screen right now. He's showing you.
Oh wow, that's some.
Yeah, this is like screen of a screen of a screen, but you can list all your scenes here. You have your cameras per scene, and you can you do a virtual camera. And if you have an issue with the camera, say if I go to this camera, I can deactivate and then activate the camera, and it usually solves your issue.
Yeah.
One thing about OBS, can you use that on a network? Like, if I got something going in my garage, I want to CO2, and I want to share it in here in my shed, which is on the opposite end of my house or my property. Can I share it through the network?
I use StreamYard.
The answer is yes, Kenny, you can, but there's a little bit of work you have to do. It has to be like an IP-based webcam you have set up that you can pull in, and then you would pull that IP address in and use it as a camera that way.
or use the free version of StreamYard. Don't pay for it. You simply log in StreamYard like I do. When I'm doing woodworking in the garage and it's noisy and I don't stand out for 2 or 3 hours, I just open up StreamYard, mute the camera. It's looking at my work. I come in here, I log in StreamYard with another instance of it, and I share that. I just pull it in, or not another instance. I log into the same one, and I just pull it in like a person, and I can watch it. I'll have it on one monitor muted, and I'll just be watching Netflix or working on my computer while I'm monitoring what's happening in the garage. The StreamYard. You don't have to go online, is what I'm saying.
And
It's
Zach,
like
too, if you have an NVIDIA video card, something that's a little lighter software-wise is their NVIDIA Broadcast, and it'll give you that camera control that you'll get out of Obi. You won't get all those other bells and whistles for, like, doing the streams and that kind of fun stuff, but you'll get a little better camera control and stability out of it too, as it processes the video rather than trying to slam your camera data right in.
I mean, to be fair, this camera I'm using is 9 years old.
There's the mess.
Yeah, 9 years old is pretty old for a camera.
Well, I mean, you can get a good camera for $30.
Yeah, I think all the prices
a good enough one anyway.
After the pandemic, all the price, well, not on food, but on Amazon, a lot of stuff came back down to normal.
This camera that's up here is like a $20 1080p Amazon special. It's nothing great.
Yeah,
and
that's what mine is.
Yeah, it looks good enough. I mean, when I'm standing over here doing stuff over this side, nobody's complaining that it's blurry.
It'll go into OBS, add all these different cameras. You can either manually switch them, or you can have it stream deck and just hit a button and switch them quickly.
Yeah, my camera, it's an Aki brand. I mean, they make decent, electronic stuff, whatever, but I think it was like $25.
So your xenomorph there.
Yep.
What inspired you to build a xenomorph?
I don't know. I like aliens. I thought it would be cool to build a Predator or an alien, and I contacted Polymaker about being a partner, and they okayed me. And then I told them I wanted to do a xenomorph alien, and it would take probably X amount of filament. So I got multiple codes for like 5 or 6 rolls at a time, and I would burn through it, and then I would contact them on Discord again, request more filament. I'd get codes, get more filament. I've done a couple videos on it. They didn't take off like I wanted them to, but I've done some videos on my YouTube channel. I done the legs, then I done the tail, and then I done the upper section, and then I put it all together. So I think I done 3 or 4 videos. And then Gloop sponsored the Gloop, Polymaker the filament. The files came from 3D Wicked, so I promoted them in it, which they give me whatever I want on files when I want to print something with Wicked 3D. And what else? Luban. Then I had Luban software, so I promoted Luchin with Luban, cutting it all up. And I didn't know how to cut it up properly, and Matt German was real familiar with that. So Matt logged in, I plugged him in the videos, and he helped me cut it up and scale everything up. And let me pull that picture back up real fast.
Okay.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, I am a huge Xenomorph fan, aliens, and
those tentacles in the back I reprint because they got broke when it separated at the waist. A lot of it fell over and broke, and I reprinted those. They're behind me right now, and I made them a lot smaller. But there's a little bitty one in resin on the table. That's all the spools I used to make the big alien, and it was based off that little alien. I just wanted to make one really big. And I've got a hook in the wall, and I've got a bungee cord hooked to his waist, so that if one of his toes was to ever break or I had an earthquake, it don't fall over and shatter. The bungee cord will hold it on that rolling base.
So how do you transport this beast, or is it now permanently there?
The tail is hot glued in, so it can be cut off, and I can remove the tail. 2 people should be able to get it out my front door. Should. I'm looking at the way it's designed, and I think 2 people could manipulate it without the tail, and I can get it out the door. So it'll sit where it's at forever. I don't know. I don't ever have any plans on getting rid of it. It's just something to show for my live streams. And you can see right behind me, as a matter of fact, I reprinted those tentacles. You can see them back there behind me.
Yeah. Neon glow, kind of.
Yeah, they're kind of a blue. I got a black light shining on them right there. That's sitting back in that corner. That wall unit's got all the prints on it. I had to cut that down in half, well, part of it off, and then my table where you see the hypercube below my logo, I had to cut that a lot shorter to make room to put the alien back in that corner because I had absolutely nowhere to put it.
I know that feeling.
And the reason I printed it is just to have something to go, wow, look what I did. That's the only reason. And to show it in videos and people go, wow. Oh, yeah, I remember seeing that when I mentioned to somebody. Oh, I seen that video. Yeah, that's really cool. That's the only reason I done it, just for the hell of it.
Hey, what other reason do you need?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not that nice for Disney World, but yeah. And I haven't painted it. It needs to be, all the seam lines would need to be covered up on it. It needs to be prime painted. I may just leave it black. I printed it in black in case I get lazy like I usually am with a lot of my stuff and I don't paint it. At least it looks halfway correct. Whereas where if I would have done it in 30 different colors of filament, then it would look kind of wonky sitting back there.
Yeah, I'm guilty of not painting.
You're a great painter.
Like a blind man jumping up and down.
Yeah, I made a wisecrack to Jason privately a long time ago, and he'll never get over it. I heard it.
To be fair, it did not look good. So
I will never publicly say anything looks bad. If you share a print on my group or something, I'll tell you it looks great because you might have done your best and you want to hear good compliments. I will never ever say anything negatively publicly.
Public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you privately ask me what I think, I'll privately tell you the truth, what I think. It's just my opinion, though. Everybody has an opinion, right?
I'm almost caught up. I'm down to the one that I've got left to paint. Really, is this guy? My fairy droid racer.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice. Oh, I like that.
Really
nice. That big.
Just gotta get him out, get him back apart and painted.
He's cute.
All those little droids we did a long time ago before the Death Racers, I still got them on the shelf. I've never used them. I built them, I ran them, and then they sat. I've never done anything with them. Never taken them outside.
The little babies ones that we did? Yeah, I've given those away.
I got my drink droid up here. Still works.
Yeah. I got my drink droid. I got Eggbot left over. I kept Tito. I kept I can probably turn this. See.
Memory.
Put them down there.
Yeah, I've got the top two there. And I got the third one.
And that's the one where Jerry paint shamed me. So I redid it.
Yeah, if I was to move the alien because it broke at the waist and I had to use 2-part epoxy to fix it, I'm not sure how strong the rest of the joints are that are standing there. If I picked it up to move it, another leg or something might pop off of it because it wasn't glued well enough. Because when I glued it up really well, I'm connecting a piece, holding it for 30 seconds, duct taping it. I can't actually clamp it because of all the weird angles. So I just duct taped it. It looked good. But when it broke at the waist, it didn't look like it had that much gloop on it. It's like it just pulled apart where the gloop was. It didn't actually carry the material. And I thought I glooped it real heavy, and I pre-sanded it. So, I don't know.
Does it have any support rods inside, or they're just flat?
No, there's plastic pins here and there, but they're not everywhere. There's some places I used them, and they helped out a lot. And there's other places it either didn't have them or I didn't use them. But there's not metal dowels of any kind. But a metal dowel and a socket was a great idea.
Yeah, like for the dreadnought that you saw, the massive one, my cat actually knocked that down off the kitchen table. it hit the floor, and only 3 parts broke off it, which was the railing and 2 of the little spires on it, which was
Oh, wow.
an easy fix. But with 3D glue pen using stainless steel rods, it prevented the actual parts breaking. Each section, there's
Hey, man.
11 sections, I believe, in that build. There's 196 separate parts of it, just with the main body. And these steel rods do the difference. They make a difference when holding those seams.
They do make a difference.
Yeah.
I'll use wood dowels, like in the B1 battle droid. They're just wood dowels that run up the legs and run up the center. And I mean, even though it's just wood, I mean, I'm not shaking the thing around, but it gives it just, I don't know, another center of tension support. You know, where your layer lines might be pulling, but then you've got this, you know, wood dowel going this way, so it prevents the overflex, keep it from cracking easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. People use shower curtain rods or, you know, different things, oval shower curtain rods, stuff like that. The droid Eka uses that, uses oval metal shower curtain rods.
The legs, I use 15% of infill, 644 my layers, 6 top, 6 bottom, 4 perimeter. No, he's frozen. But he's back.
Nope,
that's going to get heavy in a minute. Let's see if he sets it down.
It is. I've been holding up for, man, the support I give my prints, man. Yeah, no, I'm just going to restart it because right now trying to fiddle with that program.
Yeah, if you've never used OBS, you'll have to watch YouTube videos on it to learn how to set up things, and you know you might have to watch a couple different YouTube videos on it.
Tor had a good comment. Tor had a good comment, Zach. Maybe if you can just set the FPS, limit your FPS on the camera, it might help keep it stable from freezing up. It'd be a little slower, but it might not lock up.
Yeah. Well, I just need to drop the ball and buy a news camera. That's.
We'll quit buying all that filament. Save a few dollars per camera, you know. Jeez.
Oh,
priorities, man.
Funny enough, I actually have a sponsor now.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm hey Dan, do you remember Greg from Overture?
Yeah.
So I'm 3D printing him as a captain to that ship that you're seeing.
Nice.
Yeah. They sponsored me, which was amazing.
Well, what better way to say thank you than to make the person who agreed to sponsor you the captain of the ship?
Yeah, and he gave me a full 3D scan of himself, so...
Every time we go to these events, everybody's got these scanners, and I'm always like, hey, if we get time, scan me. And they're like, yeah, definitely, we'll get you scanned. And then every event I leave and never got scanned. So
then stand there and don't walk away till they do it. Don't say, we'll do it later, we'll hook up. When you talk to them, stay there and get it done. If there's however long it takes.
Just like strong arm them. Just stand in front of them and be like, you don't move till you scan me.
Not like that.
No, I think I'm actually going to reach out to Akuma Mods. He lives like 2.5 hours away. I might drive up and visit him and have Akuma give me a scan.
I want to scan my... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, Sam Prentice has had a good video. Him and Caleb, they had some kind of a different type of scanner. It's like $1,200. They scanned Caleb. It was a cool looking scanner, but it's not, you know, $1,200 is a lot of money for most people, but it looked pretty cool. But you don't want to spend a lot of money and buy something, and 6 months later, something better came out cheaper. So certain things it's hard to buy because you don't know what else is going to come out and step on it. Anyway, I've been streaming for 3 hours and 39 minutes, 3 hours and 40 minutes. We still have 29 people watching on both platforms. I think I'm going to raid out. I'm going to quit the stream until next Saturday. On Twitch, we're going to raid in a maker deck, and we'll say goodbye to everybody on YouTube. But I would like to say thank you, everybody that came today, to all the subscribing and following. Thank you to everybody on screen here that showed up. I really appreciate it. Jason, it's awesome seeing you. You're always welcome. If you want, I'll keep sending you links, but you're always welcome to come on and chit chat. And if I have any more trouble, I'll hit you up. Well, I know you're busy. I'll try not to bother you, but
if I can, I will. You know that.
So I appreciate it. And we're going to start the raid here on Twitch. We're raiding in a maker deck. Everybody that won the filament, I will send you the links later. I'll get a hold of Ziltech and the 2 winners for Polymaker. I will send you the link here in a little bit. And I'd like to thank everybody. And here goes the raid on Twitch. Take care, everybody on Twitch. We'll be back next Saturday. And everybody watching on YouTube, thank you very much. Everybody's awesome. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to do this. We will be back next Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific. Everybody have an awesome day. Take care.
Good.